All right. It is great to have you back here. Thanks so much for coming on by once again. We got 49ers. We got Buccaneers. We got a really big football game in the NFC here on the line today, and it's great to have you by once again. As always, we're brought to you by Ike's Sandwiches. My goodness, if you had an Ike's near you, if you were in an Ike's delivery range, conceptually, you could order that sandwich right now and have it delivered to you by halftime. Let me tell you, Ike's is celebrating 18 years, baby. 18 years come October 31st on Halloween. What a great birthday for Ike to be celebrating. We're so proud to be a part of the Ike's family. We truly are. It is great to have you here. Dubliner, love you. Got the t-shirt on once again. Love me some Dubliner. Love Dubliner West Portal in San Francisco. A great place to be watching this game today. If you weren't here with us right now, it would be a fantastic place to go. Great place to go for all your Warriors games. Great place to go for all of your what do we got? Warriors games coming up soon, right? Oh yeah, I think I said that. Warriors games. Yeah, we got that. Valks, I think they're done. I think the season's over. I'm not even sure. Great to have you here, though. A huge turn in the season for the 49ers is about to be up here, and a huge turn for me once again. On Sleeper, you can right now. Well, you better get it in quick. You can start picking overs and unders, more or lesses on your preferred plays today. Put them together on Sleeper. It is the world's fastest growing fantasy site. Instant information, great group chat, season-long fantasy. I mean, it is fantastic with an incredible interface. Check out Sleeper and use promo code Damon. It is in the description that is in the link of this live stream. Here's what we're playing today. Here's what we want today. We got Robinson over 22.5 receiving yards. I mean, that could be one reception for a threat like Robinson, who's got to get involved in this season, and this feels like the right week to do it. Christian McCaffrey, 115.5 total yards today for McCaffrey. Egbuka, over 60 receiving yards. I would love to see the 49ers defense hold him to around 60, but give me 61 for Egbuka and don't let him visit the end zone. That would be good for the 49ers today. We're about to kick off in Tampa, and Kendrick Bourne, more than 4.5 catches. So 5 catches for Kendrick Bourne. That is my sleeper parlay for the day. We're about to kick off in Tampa. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much. I see an awful lot of regulars and friendly faces in the chat. Like and subscribe right now. Hit that like button right now, please. It'll push this show into the great YouTube algorithm. And we're kicking off in Tampa. The Buccaneers are getting the ball first, so the 49ers will be getting the ball in the second half. Luckily, the 49ers special teams has not completely folded the tent and given up on this game already. A very fine tackle, and it is going to be normal starting field position for, hold on, there's a flag on the play. Holding on the receiving team. Oh my gosh, that was how good the 49ers were there on special teams. The Buccaneers just had to cheat. So, no Brock Purdy, as you know by now. Ricky Pearsall out today. No Jordan Watkins. We hardly even know you. Yeturgros Matos is not playing today. Jordan James, Nick Martin are your inactives. So this is the Mac Jones show once again for the 49ers. It is always the Christian McCaffrey show. We'll see who else offensively comes along for the ride. Slowing down Baker Mayfield today. It is all about Fred Warner having a great game and putting a little pressure on Baker Mayfield. What will the 49ers defense looks like? First snap underway, Mayfield with a completion to start his afternoon. Baker is putting up MVP level numbers this year. He is the engine that is absolutely driving this bus, and Egbuka gets his day underway with the catch. We are officially underway in Tampa. And again, thank you so much for being here. Saw the Rams won in Baltimore earlier today. Seattle won in Jacksonville. So you're playing a little catch up in your own division. But stakes are even bigger than that for the 49ers here this afternoon. Not only is a 1 seed, which is a silly thing to be talking about in mid-October, but not only is the 1 seed in the conference there for them this afternoon, not only is holding on to first place in their own division there for them this afternoon, but the trade that this team might make to address the Nick Bosa season absence, I think grows bigger with every single win that this team puts together before putting that trade together. So I think there's an awful lot riding for the 49ers today. It's also a game that if they lose it, they're hardly spun off their access. And I'm telling you, it's kind of amazing the wins that they've cobbled together. Baker with the little screen on 1st and 10. 49ers defense just gobbling that up. D. Winters in early on the action. Like to see that. Early supers coming in. Fuji Simeon. Damon. That Penn State job's now open. Congrats on IU. Yes, Ignetti's not going, baby. My Hoosiers with the biggest win in school history up at Autzen Stadium. Michelle Haberman, are you in here? Screw you, Michelle. No, we can be friends again now. What a win for my Hoosiers. And yeah, what a week for Penn State they had this month, right? Oh my God. Thanks for supporting Reardon. 54-0, Fuji. I saw that. I even texted Kruger yesterday. I said, it's going to be a long week for you from Fuji Simeon on the text line. So he's already been warned. Baker spins out of trouble. Looked like the 49ers actually had him down. Looked like they competed for a sack right there. Then they competed for an interception. Renardo Green all over that coverage, bringing up 3rd and 12. 49ers defense coming out and looking good. But Fuji, I thought of you twice yesterday. Even texted you, Larry, about you were coming for him this week. Need Bill Ring, his special teams coach. Look at Rita with just memories for everyone. Thank you, Rita. So great to have you. Great to have everyone. We've already got ourselves nearly 150 people in the chat, nearly 400 watching when you factor in audiences from X as well. So we're off to a really nice start here. And so is this 49ers defense. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. We got a flag blowing that play dead early on here in this game. Somebody jump. Somebody get a little jumpy. False start. Offense. All right. It's going to be hard to just use your eyeballs to measure the 49ers fans in attendance today because Tampa wears red too, even though they're wearing the white jerseys at home today to stay nice and cool. It's going to be hard to just measure the 49ers crowd today on site, but I'm sure a lot of 49ers fans are there. Baker unloads on 3rd down. He has got, I think, a completed pass unless that's out of bounds. It is a catch. That's going to set up 4th and very short. That's going to set up like 4th and 1. So an early decision here for Tampa Bay. Are they going to play aggressive today? Baker tried to throw that to the sticks just underneath the 1st down marker. And Tampa's got a decision to make early this afternoon. Okay. They're going to punt. Scared money don't make none, especially at home. So let's just see if this isn't a colossal blunder by the 49ers special teams, not to be trusted, never to be loved, always to be counted against, guilty until proven innocent. Innocent on the play. Just a fair catch there from Sky Moore. So no harm, no foul from 49ers special teams twice already in this game. A great start. And now it's going to be Mac Jones, Christian McCaffrey, and the 49ers offense. And look, a hallmark of is it going to be a good afternoon for the San Francisco 49ers or not is what does Kyle Shanahan and company do on that opening drive? How do they look early on? What will the 49ers do here on this opening drive? Are they going to try to come out throwing the ball with Mac and establish him? Are they going to go ahead and try to get a little something going on the ground? It hasn't really happened yet this year. The 49ers are winning week after week in spite of the fact their ground game has just been awful. So we'll see if they try to get McCaffrey going. How at all will Brian Robinson be involved today? Interesting stuff. By the way, Rams kicker struggling. Do they call him Moody? Well, Rams won today. How much did he struggle? I really didn't watch that game very much. But good. Let's let the Rams struggle as much as possible because I tell you what, they look pretty good. And they got, the easiest game you might find in the NFL right now, a Lamarless Baltimore Ravens team laying down and dying at home in Baltimore 2 weeks in a row now. Things not good for John Harbaugh and company in Baltimore at all. Hey, looking around, since we're at commercial break here, looking around at how this day is kind of breaking for the 49ers. Again, they're not going to get nearly that cooperation ripple from every other team in the NFL that they got last week. The Rams did win in Baltimore. Seattle wins in Jacksonville 20-12. The Seahawks have now won 9 games in a row on the road. Going back to last year, that's impressive. That's an impressive NFL streak no matter when you're doing it. Colts held on to beat Arizona 31-27. Arizona with Jacoby Brissett nearly won that game, had a late fourth and close to goal that could have given the Arizona Colts a win. So 49ers are chasing both a successful LA and Seattle team this afternoon. The Cowboys lost, which just always feels like good news for the 49ers. There's never bad news there. That Carolina game later in the year now is taking on some steam. Carolina, I think, is 3-3. Lions and Chiefs a little bit later on tonight. It'll be the rare time you sort of root for the Chiefs because the Lions lose. Again, feels like that's good news for the 49ers in the grand scheme of things. And a game that has an awful lot of grand scheme of things going for it this afternoon. We got the first offensive play of the day from McCaffrey. Little pitch pitch left. Let me get that. Yeah, L over here. That's left. Yes, pitch left to McCaffrey. Picks up a couple. All right. Second and 7 for Mac Jones. Just senses that pocket kind of falling around, and he steps up and takes off and picks up about 6. Nice decision there by Mac Jones while the pocket was not his friend. Mac Jones just turned a negative play into a positive play. I mean, we got Jim Nance and Tony Romo on the call today. You got the A crew from CBS. Oh, Mac, that the carriage turned into a pumpkin fast there. Mac Jones just had a little bit of a short arm throw into the flat, and it was picked off. Mac Jones already given up a huge turnover early in this game for the 49ers. Looked like the wrong route was broken off there, and Tampa just was all over it. That is a controlled catch. Well, not up. Ball moved a little on the ground. I mean, I think you got to give it to him. That should be an interception, but that ball was moving. If you're Kyle Shanahan, you might want to throw a flag here just because you'd be giving the ball up to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the 10-yard line if you don't, basically. Okay, does he have it? He's got control, bobbling, control there, control. He's even got his hand under it a little. I think that's an interception. That's just a great play. Yeah, they're not even going to look at it. That play stands. So real fast turnover. Bad news for the 49ers. I thought not being on the wrong side of a turnover margin today was a huge way to win this game. And on the first running play on that drive, Tampa nearly punches it in. An 11-yard gain. Rashad White with a big carry right there. So it is first and goal for Tampa. Rude awakening on the East Coast for the 49ers. Things started out right in this game, and then with the turnover, everything just like that started going wrong. It is 7-0 Tampa Bay. Well, excuse me, 6-0. No, they're calling down. No, touchdown. Yeah, that looked like it's going to be in. So point after is going to turn it into 7-0, and all righty, we're underway. Let me get the production team here. There it is, just like that. 7-0 Buccaneers, and the 49ers step on their own cranks first here with a turnover. Mac Jones, I don't know. Look, you just got to say from Mac there, either he was way behind the receiver or the receiver just ran the wrong route right there. That was just bad all the way around, miscommunication. That was either, came in way too shallow looking for McCaffrey or not good. The opposite of what we've grown to know from Mac Jones is how this game starts today. Mr. 33 Degrees, good to see you here as usual. Bang, bang, Mr. 33, thank you so much. Fuji again, CMC may be struggling. Derrick Henry, yeah, it's worse right now. Barry coming in this morning with $10 for the ganja jar from him and Mary. Thank you. Bang, bang, from Memphis on the patio, drinking a brewski, smoking a stogie, football game, actually on locally. See, that's what you do. You're even in that godforsaken Tennessee Titans market that you live in, you're going to get this national game today. Jameson, bottle shots, he's ready. Absolutely ready. Oh, Bill Buckner jokes. That's a rough way for the Phillies season to end, Rita. That is just savage. Savage. Couldn't happen to a nicer group of fans. Seriously. Bill Ehrenberg. Well, that's game. See you on Wake Up, Bill. Or excuse me, Joseph Ehrenberg. I don't know why I came out with a Bill. I think I still have Bill Buckner in my mind there. Either way, Joseph, 4-quarter football game, a lot of game left. I'll give you this, though. Bad start. Bad start there. All right. We're off to a good start. In spite of the 49ers being off to a bad start here today, let me thank everybody once again for being here. We want to thank Sleeper, who is now sporting a great sponsorship on this show. We really thank them very much. My picks for today is we are underway in this game. Let's see how I'm going to do. What can I turn $20 into today? Let's have a little look. Give me Robinson over 22.5 receiving yards. McCaffrey, 115.5 total yards in this game. He's going to have to get right to it. Igbuka, already tracking in the right direction. Kendrick Bourne needs 5 catches this afternoon. I'm a glutton for punishment. Even though winning a 3-leg parlay is hard enough, I decided to go for 4 once again this afternoon. Let it ride, baby. Let it ride. Thanks so much to Sleeper for being an incredible sponsor here on Damon Bruce Plus. Use promo code Damon right now over on Sleeper. When you sign up for Sleeper, you get a $100 deposit match on Sleeper when you use promo code Damon on the link in the description of this video. 49ers special teams is on the field, which always means it's time to hold your breath. But Sky Moore actually does a good job, returns it to the 30. So no harm, no foul there for 49ers special teams. Love to see that. Again, order that Ikes right now. It can be there by halftime. Just throwing that out there for you. That's important news. Love for the Dubliner, always. As a matter of fact, let's put Dubliner up for a little bit. Love those guys. Did an incredible job. Kenny and John hosting Plus Mania last Saturday. Fantastic. So good to see everybody there. Is Stacy Leo in here? Is Stacy Bananas in here? That was great banana bread, Stacy. Mac Jones, big shot downfield. What do you know? What do you know? Kendrick Bourne playing like Jerry Rice again. Big completion to Kendrick Bourne. Boom. 30 yards. What was that? 24 yards there, right? No, what do we got? 41 yards. Kendrick Bourne. Hello. Christian McCaffrey is going to take it around the right side. He gets a little bit of the edge, picks up about 5. So, okay. The right time to answer the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with that opening, well, that wasn't an opening drive score, but scoring after the interception. The right time to answer that is right here, right now. Let's see what we got here. 2nd and 5. Kyle, you're going to get aggressive right here. Talking about how Christian McCaffrey, his touches, his scrimmage yards lead the NFL in both categories. I just need more than 115 from McCaffrey today for my sleeper parlay, baby. Christian McCaffrey out in the flat right there. Oh, thrown a little bit behind him. Drop for Christian McCaffrey. 3rd and 5 for the 49ers. Mac tried to get that ball out quickly. Yep, a little pressure right there just behind. Yep, it was just behind Purdy. That's a little kind of tip ball behind a guy that floats there and gets intercepted. Good thing that ball just fell to the ground, no problems. 3rd and 5. Feels like a big play early for Mac Jones, who's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Mac Jones. Just two guys just bust through 49ers protection and bring him down. So Eddie Pinheiro going to be jogging on. Mac being pressured. Come through Dominic Pooney, didn't they? Dominic Pooney just beat look, Brendel and Pooney just got beat on a double team. .52-yard attempt for a man who has yet to miss a field goal since joining the San Francisco 49ers. Guy just does not miss. Automatic Eddie. Everyday Eddie. Love to see it. It's not the touchdown you wanted, but it is a scoring answer for the 49ers. 7-3 after a big play from Kendrick Bourne sets up a Pinheiro field goal. So unfortunately, Sack got the 49ers moving in the wrong direction right there, but on the scoreboard, not a bad place to be here. No reason to give up on the game. Certainly another reason to tap that like button as we're getting today's live stream getting pushed across this YouTube algorithm. What do we got? Nearly 650 people watching across all platforms. Here, we got nearly 250 on YouTube, and we have just over 100 likes, which means there's 140 of you right now, which if you just leaned into that like button, there'd be 140 more people watching probably within the next 10, 15 minutes. Let's grow the show, my good friends. Thank you so much for helping me out doing that. By the way, we are growing the subs. It is absolutely happening here. We have gone over 47,500. I'd love to see, can we get 47.6 today? Can we add about 60 subs in today's show right here? Can we get the odometer ticking on up? We want to get to 15K. Or excuse me, 50K, 50 grand by the bye week, 50 gur by the bye. I don't know if it's going to happen. You're going to have to get aggressive. You're going to have to lean into that sub button. Thank you so much for doing so. Thanks for thinking about it. Thanks for making the Plus grow. Oh, look at that. We just had like 20 people hit that like button. Bless you. Bless your hearts. There we go. So, Niners, pretty much by the book start to this game. When you're writing a book, any football book, you don't want to write about your own turnovers. The 49ers already got a turnover paragraph in their story today. That's why they're trailing 7-3. They just gave Tampa flush field position after a terrible Mac Jones. Mac is not off to a great start. He has been off. This is a guy who's been hurt all week in practice. Didn't even throw this, I think, Tuesday in practice. Didn't even throw. They had Adrian Martinez taking first-team reps, but this guy is tough as nails. He's out there. He's done a hell of a job filling in for Brock Purdy. He's already given it the office. Like, Mac Jones has already completed the mission as a backup quarterback. Anything more you get from this guy in his role of backup quarterback is gravy. If this is seriously an audition for him being the next whatever, whether that be with the 49ers or somewhere else in the world of football, Mac Jones puts on his big boy pants and he wins this game today. The circumstances just ain't easy. It never is around the 49ers, especially with their special teams, who is out there right now missing tackles, but then actually makes a tackle. Good. No team is giving up terrible starting field position, quite like the 49ers are on special teams all year this year. I've just been bad at it. Stay in your running lanes. Make a tackle. Handoff and way too much running room. Way too much running room. Again, the 49ers run defense did a better job last week at tightening up some serious problems. This week, they are giving up big chunks early on. Rachaad White, 3 carries, 17 yards already. And wait a minute, who is down with an injury now? Who was that down with an injury? I hope that was not Diamador Lenore. Who was that? Let's see. Did anyone catch that in the chat? Wait a minute. That was Fred Warner? Okay, so that's a non-negotiable. When we talk about what can and cannot go right or wrong for the 49ers, Fred Warner not being hurt in any serious fashion, missing any significant chunk of time, feels like a very important part of any winning equation for the 49ers. Mike, did you get there late? Chef A stayed for a few beers and a shot at Jamie. That's very nice. I'm sorry I missed you, Mike. I had to get home to the wife and kids at some point there, but thanks for coming on out to Plus Mania. This isn't Fred, is it? It is Fred. A lot of saying doesn't look good. Well, every single person on Twitter right now is talking about how Fred Warner's season might be over. They're looking at his right leg, Matt Mayoko, 15 seconds ago here on Twitter. That is officially bad news, boys and girls. I mean, there is... I'm not kidding when I suggest they might have accidentally built Levi Stadium on Indian burial ground. The amount of injuries that this team suffers, it's been franchise altering. I mean, I think that's the right way to describe it. How would you best describe the amount of injuries the 49ers suffer? Those are franchise altering amount of injuries. It has altered the trajectory of this franchise. The fact that they've put together winning seasons around it is something else. When healthy, that's an air cast on Fred. That is an air cast on Fred, and that is the most important player the 49ers probably have on their roster, not named Christian McCaffrey, being carted off in Tampa. Oh, man. That is a sideways. Yeah, that is a severely sprained, broken ankle on Fred Warner. Wow. Well, we talked about this being a season-altering level afternoon importance type of game for the 49ers, and indeed, whether the 49ers win or lose, I'm afraid it just was. Wrong day to maybe have Nick Martin inactive once again. I mean, can you imagine if this season seriously going forward is no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner? Oh, my God. Oh, man. If that's the actual problem, that's a big problem. There's no avoiding that. We got broken hearts. We got Damian Geppetto talking about seasons being over. Thomas Selman's talking about broken legs. We just got Real Goat 16 swearing. We got Fred Warner coming off the cart. They got the cart stopped, camera on Fred Warner. Everyone just looking to see if he's hobbling. Is he putting any weight on that at all? Are they Good news does not travel by car. Baker Mayfield under an awful lot of pressure, though, and that's good news. Looks like Michael Williams has brought down Baker Mayfield, rolled him down. There you go, Michael Williams. That's playing like a first-round draft pick right there. On 3rd and long, Michael Williams makes a big play. A second effort, a third effort. We had Bryce Huff spinning. Baker Mayfield back into the action he was trying to run out of. There's a nice play for the 49ers defense, and boy, did they need one right there after that Fred Warner injury. So 4th and 17. Here comes a punt. Here comes a punt as the clock is ticking down to about 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Sky Moore, why are you catching that punt right there? You better run far with it, young man. That's the kind of punt you let go, Sky. Why are guys catching punts with their heels on the 2-yard line? Like, let that go. So the Niners are not going to have great starting field position thanks to another questionable special teams decision, but oh boy. Let us hop back in here. Let us hop back in. Again, Joseph Fernberg, that was before the Fred Warner injury. Thomas Selman, Brendel is the greatest center of all time, Damon. Yeah, he really is, isn't he? Mike said, went to your event last week. Great time. Mike, if I missed you, again, I'm so sorry that we did not bump heads. It was a great time. Sorry we cut out before you got there, man. That's what kids will do. Steady Eddie. Going to keep this one, boys. Faith, Mr. 33. Again, you can tell what supers came in before Fred got hurt. I rewound it, paused it. Season over for Fred. God damn it. Yeah, Robert, it looked bad. It officially looked bad. Fred played almost all of last year with a broken bone. If he is out, we are finished. All I can tell you is football's a funny sport. 49ers, big players being injured. I'm seeing it sort of not meaning the season is finished, all wrapped up into this. Now they're pushing it. They're pushing it as far as it can go. It's way too early in the year for anything to be finished. Technically, we're still just getting started, but in losing Fred for any significant amount of time, devastating. Obviously, it would be devastating to any sort of real sort of odds of what you would do in the postseason should you get there. And that's where Joseph comes back in. Now it's season over. I hope you're wrong, Joseph. We got a lot more football to play today. We got a lot more football to play this season. That's just the way it goes. As bad as everything has been all year, the Niners are still very much in a winning situation. I don't think there's a good way to actually, put a silver lining on any serious injury to Fred Warner, but still don't know the extent of it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're at least not at our first rodeo. We all agree on that, right? So we'll see what happens. Let's let the doctors doc before we go talking about any season-ending anything. Again, Fred plays with broken bones all the time. Man. Very, very good point. Was it over for the Germans when they bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no. Barry McCorker. Cockiner. Oh, boy. Barry McCockiner. I got it. Season 8 over. Have a drink on me. There we go. That's the kind of spirit we're looking for, Barry. Good God with that handle. Oh. Is someone so young that they don't get Animal House references? Is that what's going on here? I hope not. Bay Marin, when this game's over, you watch a movie called Animal House if you did not get that reference. Sarcasm, unfortunately, need its own font, so I don't know what you're looking at. We got Mac Jones looking for Christian McCaffrey here on 2nd and 10. He finds him. That's going to set up about 3rd and 4 in what has become an early critical drive for the 49ers here. Time to get something going. Time to get something going. Jamie talking about a new logo for the 49ers. Oh, Jamie, we're one step ahead of you. We are one step ahead of you when it comes to new logos for the 49ers. But It's not time to be crying over any spilt milk. There's a football game going on. Got to win today, know whether or not Fred Warner's playing or not. Pardon me. Another catch by Christian McCaffrey. This team's leading everything. He's their best football player, period. He is one of the 3-4 reasons that everybody here still has a job. Yeah. All the 49ers are missing is their starting quarterback, their 2 starting wide receivers, and their future Hall of Fame tight end this afternoon. Flag on the play, false start. False start on Kendrick Bourne. Got a little jumpy there, Kendrick. Just a touch jumpy. Meanwhile, the 49ers are off to a 4-carry, 11-yard, 2.8 average per rush start to this ground game, which has been non-existent to this point. Brian Robinson, he's out there right now throwing underneath to Brian Robinson. Again, throwing to running backs is now a huge part of this offense. But Brian Robinson immediately jogs off. Here comes Christian McCaffrey once again, but he did pick up 4. Jed York needs to be asking questions about these injuries. Ownership needs to investigate strength and conditioning. Rob, here's the thing. When a guy gets hurt at training camp before practice and is in a boot in Santa Clara, you could talk about what could we have done better. What happened to Fred Warner is called football, and that sucks. What happened to Nick Bosa is called football. It sucks. You can't prevent football injuries in football games. There are times to talk about Brock Purdy. Was he and his original turf toe diagnosis being put back into the game against Jacksonville? Is that a time to talk about strength and conditioning? Yes. Is that a time to talk about injuries and how they're dealt with? Yes. I believe today was called football injury and football game. There's no mystery as to what happened to Fred Warner. But yeah, we do live in a world of shit with a Fred Warner injury. I understand why you're very upset. And on 3rd and 8, Mac Jones cannot even get a pass off. He is sacked again today. Second time Mac Jones has been sacked on the passers down on 3rd down here by Tampa. And that's just rushing 5. That's just Dominic Pooney getting rolled. Man, Dominic Pooney is having a tough sophomore season. I don't think there's just any way to say it. He just gave up a big bull rush. Morstead punts that out of bounds. Good. Takes special teams return coverage out of the equation. And so it's going to be Tampa starting at their own 29-yard line with about 90 seconds remaining here in this first quarter for the 49ers. Rita, again, been a member now for 12 months. Rita, thank you so much. Looks like Ronnie Lott is going to need to help the 49ers medical staff. Yeah, we're at that point once again where Rita's suggesting maybe cutting off body parts for the good of the team. Understandable. It is sort of what, WWRD, if you wear that bracelet, what would Ronnie do? The answer is always cut it off, keep playing. And that's why you got to respect that guy. When in doubt, cut it off, keep playing. Over 350 now watching on YouTube, nearly 1,000 across all platforms. It is great to have you. Everyone lean in and hit that like button. A lot of people are going to be looking what to do when the first quarter ends, and they might pop on YouTube, and that algorithm is pushing us because you just hit that like button. This show is going to go further today than if you do not. So please lean on in. Thumbs up this bad boy if you're enjoying it. And if you're not, just slug through it for me and do it against your own will. See, this is why Chef A's in here. Chef. God bless you. Oh, man. Yeah, Tatum Bethune's going to be out there an awful lot for the remainder of this year if this is seriously as bad as we fear to Fred Warner. A lot of Tatum Bethune. It might get ugly. Back to life, that sums up, I think, all of our lives at all times, right? It might get ugly. Let's see what happens here. Yet 49ers are giving up way too much in this ground game so far. Way too much comfortable running room for Rachaad White. Just knifing to daylight. Well, he only picked up 3, but it looks like he ran with that a little bit more than he actually did. PWS, Nick Martin on the way. Prayers for Warner. Ricky Williams says it takes out all trade talks now. This team should sell. Look to 2026. I'm going to tell you, it might prevent them from being a hardy buyer, but they're not going to turn into sellers. The 49ers are not going to. I mean, look, the 49ers. Oh, big drop. Big drop by Igbuka right there. Big drop on 3rd and 7. That is exactly what the 49ers need. Or no, that brings up 3rd and 7. Was that drop on 2nd down? Pardon me. Baker had a wide open best receiver on his team. He just threw it behind him. I don't think they're going to be sellers. I mean, here's the thing, Ricky. No matter who's hurt, no matter the situation, this team could be 5-1 at the end of this afternoon. I mean, they're not going to be pushing any panic buttons. But you know what? Igbuka right now is pushing the drop button, and he just dropped another one. Baker Mayfield, incomplete, looking for Igbuka 2 plays in a row. Igbuka was kind of open, but the throw was behind him once again. No one was there. Oh, my gosh, did Baker Mayfield just miss a bunny? Baker Mayfield doesn't miss the layups, and he just did badly on 3rd and 7. So 4th down, the 49ers are getting a little lucky here at the end of the first quarter, which again is a quarter in which they have maybe lost Fred Warner for the year. So, you know, there's a pretty orange bridge to jump off of in San Francisco if you got to do it. What are you doing receiving that punt, Sky Moore? Hold that ball. Pull it out, run it out. He gets it out to the 15. Why is Sky Moore receiving the punt right there? I don't get it. What is Sky? Come on, man. You're a return specialist. Why are you fielding the punt with your heels on the 3-yard line, Sky? What are we doing? What would you say it is you do here? PWS says, and to think Warner almost broke Willis's record. We ain't done with any careers yet here. Thomas, can we get an effing INT? Oh, yeah, he's looking for an interception. Not right here. By the way, Baker Mayfield, that ball is out. He just got sacked from behind. Excuse me. That was not Baker Mayfield. Mac Jones. I got my quarterbacks confused there for a second. Mac Jones just got blown up from behind, fumbled it away, but Luke Farrell fell on it. Thank frickin' God. Corner blitz off the edge. Absolutely caught Luke Farrell by surprise, and the only thing Luke Farrell did well on that final play of the first quarter was fall on a fumble that was created by his absolute lookout block that he threw for Mac Jones. Man, this 49ers offensive line. You're talking about a freaking intro, a freaking interception. How about a freaking block? That'd be nice too. Bart just coming in with $1.99. Thank you very much, Bart, for putting it into the end zone or putting it into the Concha jar. Yeah, I'd love to see the end zone. We have obviously Buff Suck just joining us here right now. Fred Warner was carted off the field with what looks like it could scale all the way to a season-ending injury. That's how much his ankle twisted. Still waiting for any official word on Warner. So ruled out of the game with a bad right lower leg injury. And Matt Mayoko, I'm not saying he knows something officially that we don't know here, but Matt Mayoko, let me share this. Matt Mayoko is basically saying Fred Warner might be the best player in the entire NFL, and that's not hyperbole. What a brutal injury for one of the classiest men I've ever had the privilege of covering in this game. So when you got Matt Mayoko waxing poetic like that, the amount of it ain't good stacks to the ceiling. Man. No bueno. All right, I need to start feeling better about this whole situation. I need to get to 550 subs right now. I need 3 people to hit subscribe. I need 3 people to hit subscribe so we can just get this to 550 so I can feel good. If you really want to be nice about it, get it to 554 for Fred Warner. Just a brutal injury, man. I mean, this 49ers team, it's like somebody out there absolutely has a voodoo doll wearing a 49ers helmet, and they're just not sticking pins in it. Like they're G.I. Joe kung fu gripping, twisting the appendages at all times. Freaking brutal. Oh, look at that. Look at all the subs just come flying in here. Big bass, by the way. What do we got? Kendrick Bourne, downfield, huge play, but there's a flag. Where is this flag? That is a huge play that the 49ers offense needs. Thank you to the 3 subs that just came in. Very much appreciate you. What do we got here? A flag on what is a huge play for the 49ers. First down, San Francisco. Look at what Kendrick Bourne just did. A bang 8 route, according to Tony Romo, which is just, I mean, that's just a good old-fashioned goes to the post. Looked a little horse-collar-y almost on that tackle, but big play. And here comes Christian McCaffrey running the football hard up the middle of this team's offensive line, right behind guard tackle. Picked up 8 right there. Christian. Got Mike 824 saying pass block, run block, O-line looks shitty. It has today. But, you know, new day, new drive right here, right now. Christian McCaffrey just got spun down to bring up 3rd and short. Awkward looking tackle. Might have grabbed a little helmet there. Luckily, he's all right. Not sure what we could even sell. All of our aces are injured. Yeah, no, the 49ers aren't in the business of selling anybody here, Brett. So that's not going to happen. Thank you very much. I think you were responding to a comment from earlier. Fuji, raise a glass, a drink for Fred Warner. Yeah, you know, we were absolutely waiting for the first 50 supers to come in today, but we're almost at 400 watching live on YouTube alone. We are over 1,000 viewers right now watching on both X and YouTube, and that deserves a little bit of a bottle pull right there. Absolutely. We'll go ahead and tip a tiny bit back for you right here, right now. Thanks, and this is indeed for Fred Warner. Man. I have a feeling we're going to finish that bad boy today. Yeah, sir. Little bottle pull for all the strippers in Tampa working hard this weekend. All right, 1st and 10, just outside the red zone for the 49ers offense. Mac Jones gets to bounce behind some clean protection on that play. Believe we got a little use check. Use check. Nice little catch right there. Nearly a 1st down. There you go. Fire the canyons. Mike said, "Hey, spark a bowl too." No, not inside the house. We got kids. We don't want to. I'm an outdoor only type of smoker on principle alone. Hey, I got to keep fresh and sharp for you. It is game day. First and goal, 49ers offense. Minute 55, 54. Hope he can sync up. Minute 52, minute 51. Ball is snapped. Mack gets it out fast. Little screen for McCaffrey. Gets jammed up early. Runs with it for a few. Picks up maybe, 2 yards. All right. Second and goal. Punch one in here against this Tampa defense. Mac Jones. I think he's going to try to run this in. No, he pulls up, gets rid of it, flips it out, finds DeMarcus Robinson at the 2, going out of bounds. What a play right there. Looked like Mac thought of running around left side. He looks a little hurt, by the way. Looks like Mac Jones is staring at the tip of his own cleats. Mac, you cannot get hurt today. He did get spun to the ground a little awkwardly. Tackle around his legs. Christian McCaffrey back in here for third and goal. One of the biggest plays of the game, Christian McCaffrey up the middle. He's short. He is short, and it's time for Kyle Shanahan to go for it here on fourth down. Kyle Shanahan, you got to go for it here on fourth down, brother. We do have a flag here on the play, though. Let's see what this flag says. Oh, offsides by Tampa Bay. Lined up in the neutral zone, you cheating SOBs. Yeah, absolutely. That is, you got guys helmets over the football. That's not even, that's the easiest flag to throw in the NFL this season. We don't need any drawing there, Tony. Good God. All right, ball snap, McCaffrey up the middle again. Big boy football touchdown. 49ers just went back in front. Needed that. Absolutely needed that one. That's a big shove right there. That's big push. That is some big boy football right there. Trent Williams just whoomph. That is the 49ers' first rushing touchdown this season. It has happened. Huzzah. It is true. And the 49ers are back in front of this football game, 10-7 in a football game where they may have lost Fred Warner for the remainder of the year. But they're back in front with 10:18 to play here in the second quarter. Thank you for being here right now. Again, thanks to everyone for your comments, what you got going on in the super chats right now, what you just got going on in the normal chat. I appreciate everyone being here. Joe Young coming in with $10 for the ganja jar, saying, Damon, even if the 49ers lose today and Fred Warner's gone for the season, next man up. You got guys coming back too. Not saying it's not devastating, but Kyle and Saleh won't be punting on the season. You're right. Amen. Correct. Next week's game is scheduled, whether Fred can go or not. They're going to be playing a second half in Tampa today, whether Fred ever plays again or not. Or Nick, I noticed that when Nick Bosa went down, the schedule was not canceled. Let's see what the 49ers can do. Tatum Bethune, what do you got, kid? About to find out. Joe, thank you. Rita, again, coming in. Ashamed to say, a strong pull of booze looks pretty good right now. Carry permit, be damned. SIGs are for girls, too. Man, Rita, aggressive. I love it, aggressive women on game day. That is Brian, not DeMarcus. Thank you very much. Brian Robinson, not DeMarcus Robinson. Again, I think I was excited about the bottle poll. PWS, thank you very much. We do correct mistakes in real time as much as possible. Any idea on percentage of 49ers fans at the game today? Tampa Bay also in red. Yeah, Fuji, I clearly can't just tell on my naked eye. I did hear a big use check when he caught a ball there. So that means there was a lot of 49ers fans. Laura, who's for democracy, is also for tucking a few bucks for Fred here. For Fred, for you, for morale, thank you very much, Laura. Thank you to all of you. Already with 32 supers today. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone being in here, no matter what. How you got here, how you found me here, I do not know. I do not care. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hit like and subscribe. The more people tapping in to like right now, the more people will be coming. The more people hitting like right now, the more this show will be found. This live stream will be found when people start popping onto YouTube en masse at halftime of this game. So let's see. And yeah, you know what? Fred is done, broken ankle. Now, Travis, is that officially the diagnosis? Is that out there? Is that in the public domain? Still haven't seen Mayoko tweet it. But could be broken ankle for sure. Oh, by the way, the subs for Fred got us to 54. Now, don't leave it symbolically frozen there, or at least get us to 654 and do it for Fred by the time the show is over. I would say Fred is done broken ankles. One way to look at it. The other way to look at it is right here by Svag. Fred is not done, guys. Broken ankle. You can come back in 2 months. He'll be back at least for a couple games at the end of the season. How about this? Is Fred Warner back in time for the playoffs? There's a big how this year goes answer right there. As soon as you can answer me that question, I'll tell you whether or not you should be crying in your coffee or not right now. But 2nd and 8, back to the task at hand here. We got football in Tampa today. There's a game to win today. Hurt or not, doesn't matter. A game to win today. The 49ers are leading it. What do they got for the Baker Mayfield-led Buccaneers here on 2nd and 8? Baker gets it out fast, doesn't he? He does, to midfield. Buka open once again in the middle. This time Baker hit him. Mike says, need another bottle pull for that first rushing touchdown. We'll wait. How about this? Definitely if there's another one. If you can duplicate your season rushing total in the same game, that'd be great. If you go from 1 to 2, that'd be huge. Tyler saying 49ers are gritty as fuck. It's not over. Stay faithful for fuck's sakes. Damon, you're the man. Thanks for hosting. We need another meetup. We'll do it again. There will be another Plus Mania. Dominic Diamador Lenore, by the way, just flipping dudes. Unfortunately, dudes who picked up first downs, but nice tackle there from Lenore. Man, that's a tight end. That's Otten running in the wide open, and Diamador Lenore just big man form tackles and just flips him over his shoulder, nearly suplexes the guy. Where are you? What, that's a big boy tackle, Diamador Lenore. Right back to Otten they go. D. Winters is all over that. We're under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. Fuji, need Jennings to show up on offense today, too. Yeah. Has Juwan done anything today? Not yet. Why is Egbuka open on every play? Thomas, it's because he's one of the best receivers in the game today. He's not just one of Tampa's best receivers. He's one of the best receivers in football. This kid can fly. Man, big push there. Big push against 49ers defense right up the middle. Heavy traffic near first down. By the way, we are officially over 400 live on YouTube right now. Over 400 are here. Thank you very, very much. Imagine if the 400 people watching right now all leaned in and hit that like button. Now, if you've already done it, that would mean your like goes away. So don't do it. If you haven't done it, please lean in right now. We're at just over 250 likes. With over 400 of you in here, just boop. That's all you got to do. More people will find us at halftime. The live stream grows every single time you give it a thumbs up. All right. It is time for someone on this defense to take the ball away. Have we got an interception in the 49ers secondary this afternoon? I don't think the pressure is going to be coming off of Mac Jones at any point in time. He's going to get beat up this afternoon. So this defense, which has lost Fred Warner for the day, needs to do something to pick him up. Screen, tackle, picked up about 5, second down. Ball is inside the 10-yard line. The Bucs can pick up a first down before reaching the goal line. All right, now we got just somebody playing with emotions here. Buffs suck. Where's Kittle? Like you don't know. Oh, that is a run it in, easy touchdown around left side. Every single person on the 49ers bit hard with all the motion going to the left, and Tucker runs it in around the left, totally untouched, unchallenged. This is where, Fred Warner doesn't get caught in the wash on a play like this. Everybody just gets caught in the wash. I think Malik Mustafa makes that play if today weren't his first game playing in over a year. His instincts are going to take a little bit while to cook back in, but it looks like Tampa is back in front now, not by 3, but by 4. All righty. So the Bucs answer a big touchdown from the 49ers. And we're playing football in Tampa. Here's what we got today. Do you want to know what we got going on today? We got two pretty good football teams in spite of themselves, in spite of everything going wrong, in spite of the problems that the Niners have, in spite of the fact that they are not protecting their backup quarterback. They're also doing what they kind of need to do to be in this game this afternoon. Two pretty good teams. What do we got statistically today? Mac Jones, 9 for 11, 134 yards already. He's thrown a pick. He's been sacked 3 times already this afternoon. You want to talk about where Tampa's really getting it over on the 49ers? It's right there. 3 sacks of Mac Jones already. He's lucky that he didn't fumble away a possession and Luke Farrell was able to fall onto a football after he gave up the stripping sack. Kendrick Bourne, 2 catches, 97 yards. He has hauled in 2 huge ones in this game. That has been the majority of the 49ers offense so far. 4 catches already, 22 yards for Christian McCaffrey. 7 carries, only 22 yards, but the 49ers have rushed for a touchdown for the first time in 2014. And I'm going to tell you right now, ever since checking in for Fred Warner in this game, Tatum Bethune is the leading tackler in the game. He's got 5. So step up, young man. It is a massive void that you are stepping into. But step up, young man. That is the name of the game. No Fred, season over. Again, Anthony, luckily some people aren't watching their first football game. And I'm going to tell you right now, it would really damage the regular season to not have Fred Warner anywhere near it. He could possibly return for a postseason appearance. Don't tell me crazy. Fred played with a broken bone last year. Fred played with a broken leg last year. I don't know when he is going to be back. No idea. So we're not doing that. But the question from Michael here is, how cursed are the 49ers? Apparently very. I would say very cursed. From an injury standpoint, would be an apt way to describe it. So here we go. Sky Moore takes a kickoff and takes it over the 35-yard line, brings about 31, 32-yard line. Sky Moore, who has fielded 2 puntings he probably shouldn't have earlier today, gives the 49ers good field position with a nice return right there. It's the very least you could do, Sky. Thanks so much. Laura saying, is anyone asking why so many injuries? Yes, we've asked the question many, many times. And look, some of them feel harder to explain. Some of the way the 49ers have handled injuries, that leaves an awful lot of room to speculate. But Fred Warner got hurt today playing football. There's no questions there as to what happened to Fred. Big run up the middle for Christian McCaffrey. Let's see if the 49ers can't put together a little 4-minute drive here to kill some clock and take a lead into halftime. The 49ers will be getting the ball to start the third quarter, by the way. All right. 2nd and 3. One of those, all right, Kyle, what do you get? You got a little razzle-dazzle in you today? What are you going to do, Kyle? Nope, just picks it back to McCaffrey, who gets eaten up in the backfield, and that is just kind of the predictable play calling that isn't helping out the 49ers' overall rushing averages. That was not a good play call. That wasn't blocked well. It wasn't set up well. Kendrick Bourne just whiffed on a tackle and or on a block, and Christian McCaffrey buried for a loss. So it is now 3rd and longer. We're looking at 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Mac Jones in shotgun, got McCaffrey next to him. McCaffrey staying in the block. He throws downfield. He finds Kendrick Bourne again. No, excuse me. That is Marquez Valdez-Scantling hauling it in. And man, he had full extension. That was a really nice catch by Scantling. He plucked that out of the air. That was not the best thrown ball of Mac's afternoon here. And Scantling, nice hands. Nice hands. Big first down for Mac Jones, who's 10 of 12 for 150 yards. If his offensive line wasn't failing him, if he had not thrown a hard-to-explain interception, he'd be off to a good start. Now he fires one way downfield, nobody there. Miscommunication everywhere all over that play. Kendrick Bourne was looking to go downtown, and basically Mac Jones threw over to the next town. Not just downtown Tampa. He threw over to, what's on the other, what is that, St. Pete's? He threw to St. Pete's. Second and 10 now from the Buccaneers 40-yard line. Handoff to McCaffrey. Maybe gets 3. So another 3rd and long. 3rd and long from Mac Jones. Got a little graphic up on this game right now. It says he's 9 of his last 10. That incompletion where he threw it over to Duval County, well, not downtown, was his only incompletion in his last 10 passes. He had been on a little bit of a streak there. All right, let's see if he can get back on it. 3rd and 6. Need something here. Mac Jones throws one up, contested catch, and a reception. No, they're going to say incomplete. Again, Marquez Valdez-Scantling looked like he might have come down with that, but no. Did not happen. Gave it up on the ground. He had his feet down. Marquez Valdez-Scantling almost had 2 huge catches for the Niners on this drive, but he did not control that ball through the catch, and the ground did knock it out. And now here comes Eddie Pinheiro, who's been perfect on the year from 54 yards. If Eddie hits this one too, I mean, the man is unstoppable. Eddie, it's got a little lean to it, but it goes through. Eddie is unstoppable, unflappable every day, every kick. Eddie drills it. Drills it. So 49ers down 1 thanks to Eddie. I don't miss Pinheiro. How about that, man? Can you imagine if that was Jake Moody out there right now? Could you have survived a Jake Moody miss? Treeman says Kendrick Bourne, very hot and cold player. Yeah, he does run hot and cold, man. He needs to stay hot in this game right now. Kendrick Bourne has been the biggest weapon this afternoon. 2 catches, 97 yards. Outside of Christian McCaffrey, he's moving the football more than anybody else. Yeah, again, 3rd round pick for a kicker. Shaking my head. Me too, Rudy. 3rd round pick for a kicker? What, are we out of our minds? Apparently, we are out of our minds. Thomas, I agree with you right here. If Tampa's looking to get aggressivo, looking to score at the end of the half, maybe a little sit-back pick could be what exactly gets dialed up here right now. Oh, Bose, Eddie Pinheiro lands one just inside the end zone, and because it's taken out a little bit, 49er special teams has a chance to have some great field position, but of course, doesn't really do its job, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be starting with decent field position after all. But there was all sorts of hesitation right there. Yeah, Eddie Dinero, baby. Eddie Moneybags. Oh, thank you, Jude. 2 tickets to Paradise. Little Eddie Money. By the way, I saw Eddie Money live in concert in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a million years ago, playing in a tent to like 450 people. It was awesome. He was great. Eddie Money ruled, man. Got more hits than you think. All right. Well, we're taking a little bit of a break right here. Let me quickly, once again, thank everybody. I know halftime's coming up, and if you ordered before the game even started, you can get that Ike's hopefully by the end of the game if you order it right now. Again, my man Ike and his sandwich shop, which is one of the fastest growing shops in America right now, turning 18 on Halloween. That's what I am talking about. If you are 21, obviously, you want to make some fun over on Sleeper, you want to have some fun, let's go ahead and have some fun. Wait a minute, I got to take down my banner ad here real quick. There we go. Give Sleeper the proper love that it deserves today, because Sleeper right now, and this is something that you need to know as you're getting ready to maybe play a little Sunday night football, a little Monday night football, little baseball playoffs, little Warriors basketball coming up soon. Let me tell you right now, over at Sleeper, my good friends, for you, got a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use promo code Damon on the link that is right at the top of the description. They've even got a $20 entry just gifting right there for you. No deposit needed. Just go ahead and claim that $20 free entry right now over at Sleeper and have a really good time. The news, the information, the chat, it is the fastest growing fantasy app out there, and you will find out for yourself why when you sign up. Again, my plays today, everything's still alive. We're looking good. McCaffrey on pace there. Ibuka definitely on pace there. Kendrick Bourne on pace there. Let's get Demarcus Robinson involved in this passing game in some way, shape, or form. He just needs to haul in one big one, 22 and a hook. Is he on this damn team? Let's find out this weekend. Kyle Shanahan, if you would, please. Thanks again to my good friends at the Dubliner West Portal. I'm rocking the t-shirt, so I don't even have to put up the graphic, but I will for just a second there. My friends, Dubliner West Portal, you are the best. Thank you for hosting us at Plus Mania. Thanks, everyone, for being here right now. Can the 49ers play a little bit of defense here with under 2 minutes to play in this half? They are getting the ball to start the third quarter, so not letting Tampa put any sprinkles on top of this half is the name of the game right here on this defensive stand. On this series, 9-yard play to open the offensive series for Tampa. Tampa's got all 3 of its timeouts. Looking at a 2nd and 1 right here. Again, this is no Mike Evans. This is no Chris Godwin. Tampa, one of the few teams that is almost as beat up as the 49ers, but always trying to be the most team that is beat up on the planet. Looks like Fred Warner's been lost for a significant amount of time. So 49ers are not going to let any team come out and play a trump card. By the way, big pass right there. Upton Stout makes a tackle out of bounds, but the damage is done. And right now, Tampa is living in field goal range for the sprinkles on top of the half. Now, the question is, are they going to go up 21-13 or 17-13? Or is the 49ers defense going to make a play? By the way, they're not quite in field goal range yet. But Baker is hunting downfield for a first down, and now they're definitely in field goal range. Bayfield just loaded one up, but misfired. He was downfield hunting, looking for 6. Didn't happen. $50 seconds remaining in this first half. 50 seconds. Niners still have their 3 timeouts too. 2nd and 10. Make a defensive play right here. Is Robert Saleh going to get aggressive? Is he going to throw a little pressure? Is he going to blitz? He does send Upton Stout off the edge, who makes contact with Baker Mayfield, but Baker has a wide open receiver downfield touchdown, Tampa Bay. Saleh sent the blitz, got to Baker, but Baker still totally delivered. Is there a flag here? There is a flag. Are we picking this flag up? Flag already looks picked up. I don't think there's a flag. Personal foul, roughing the passer. I mean, Upton Stout came in playing football right there. Roughing the passer? Okay, that sucks. Nobody picked up the motion, man. Nobody picked up the motion, man. I mean, you want to talk about something that Fred Warner would have been all over? I mean, Upton Stout, that really is not. Did he go helmet to helmet a little bit? Was that it? Is that what they're saying? By the way, so the Buccaneers are going for 2. Buccaneers are going for 2 here. The math says to do that. Big tackle from Renardo Green, baby. Stop the 2-point attempt. The Buccaneers are stopped short. So the 49ers keep it within a touchdown. Joseph Ehrenberg, no more Robert Saleh praise. What are you talking about? That was not a coaching mistake. That was an on-field player, did not pick up the motion man. Fred Warner, your captain, Tatum Bethune didn't call it out. That was not Robert Saleh's fault at all. Jesus, Joseph, what are you watching, man? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers just went for 2. That was denied. Let me make sure we got everything correct before we go posting anything. Robert Saleh, enough. Robert Saleh should be getting a muffin basket every single day, just delivered from the faithful. Here you go, Robert. Thanks to have you back. Here's your daily muffin basket. You're already winning games with a halfway decent defense, which is still a halfway bad defense because you got rookies everywhere and you got your 2 best defensive players hurt, and you're going to motherfuck Robert Saleh, Joseph? Come on. I mean, that's the thing. You hit him between the shoulder pads. Where are you supposed to hit him? I guess you're not allowed to launch your body the way that's soft. I didn't like that. I mean, maybe you put it on D. Winter's helmet. Maybe you put that on Malik Mustafa's helmet. Maybe you put that on Tatum Bethune's helmet. Well, that's the thing. B-Star03 says, fakest 4-1 team ever before Warner's injury. I'm going to tell you, they've been winning by an eyelash margin that feels like it is unsustainable to keep winning that way. They'll take it. If you think for a second the 49ers are going to apologize for their 4-1 start because you think it might be fraudulent, you got another thing coming, B-Star. They ain't apologizing for jack. The fact that they are 4-1 with third stringers participating everywhere you look, it's impressive, man. I don't think you can take anything away from this team, given the circumstances. I don't think you can sit around and try to motherfuck them in any way and sound like you know what you're talking about as a fan. Part of being a fan is understanding circumstances. The circumstances the 49ers are in should be 2-3 at best. They should be a 2-3 football team at best. And they're much better than that right now. So be happy with it. Learn to be happy. But yeah, Fred Warner's injury absolutely sucks. And you can't have anything nice, apparently, if you are a Niner fan. That's also true. So I understand why you're all scarred and mental patients. I do. Get aggressive with 3 timeouts, Kyle. Go get points. It will be interesting to see what Kyle does here on first down, what he exactly dials up, because he has dialed up some big hitting plays right now. You got to assume here on first down, Tampa's going to be playing this like the Niners are going to uncork one. Yeah, a lot of soft coverage. Baker is hunting downfield. Oh! Don't let it hit you in the hands, Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson, if he caught that ball, would have picked up his leg of my parlay almost right there. It just hit Demarcus Robinson in the hands like this. Demarcus, what are you doing, Demarcus? What, are you drunk today too? Sorry, that's a shot at a guy who got a DUI. Demarcus kicking me in the dick with that play. And the Niners' chances of scoring here. Down again. And to Demarcus Robinson right again. And Demarcus decided to catch it this time. We got Mac Jones calling a timeout. Here we go. Joe Young said, get aggressive with 3 timeouts. Kyle just got aggressive on 2 plays in a row there. Bucks +3 difference. Niners +8. Who's more fake? Exactly. That's the thing. You don't have to apologize for winning close games, especially as banged up as the Buccaneers were playing without 2 starting wide receivers, 2 starting cornerbacks. That should sound a little familiar to you. Got 2 quarterbacks playing hard today right now. By the way, a big super just came in right here from 650, who's generous every single time he is watching. Thank you, 650. $50 in the ganja jar. 1st and 10. What do you got? Little dump to McCaffrey, who's trying to run with a screen. Quick timeout is exactly what the 49ers are going to need right now. Quick timeout is called. There you go. So 2nd and 7 for the 49ers. There will be 0 motherfucking Robert. I don't zero. I don't. What are we talking about here? Either way, thank you for the super. Norris just tucking $2 into the G string. Thank you. All right, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. You know, at the very least, you're looking to set up a closer margin with Eddie De Niro. Hey, what do you know? We got Demarcus Robinson catching the ball again. I mean, you can take a shot in the Mayfield, right? You can take a shot into the end zone right here. By the way, DeMarcus now 2 catches, 44 yards, both on the last few plays. His prop is now over. All of a sudden, my props are looking good. Thank you, Sleeper. We'll talk more about you at halftime. We're 11 seconds away from halftime. 11 seconds away from halftime. Big play here. Kyle Shanahan, no timeouts. You cannot allow a sack right here. No tomfoolery right here. This has to be effective. Mack looking to the end zone. Throws it away. 6 seconds left. Are you going to try to line up one more time? You going to get cute? I don't think the 49ers are going to get cute here. It looks like Mack's trotting off. Looks like they're jogging Eddie on. You know, you'd love to see a touchdown there to make it 20-20 by half, but this is also officially not bad. Looking to keep it steady, Eddie. He's made from 52, from 54. This is from just over 40. This is a 42-yard field goal attempt. And Eddie Pinheiro just goes right down the middle because that's the thing that Eddie Pinheiro does. You need a field goal? Oh, great. You just give Eddie a call. He'll get you one of those. That's all Eddie does. All Eddie does is kick field goals. It's like all Chris Carter does is take. Wait a minute. Is Eddie okay? Eddie Pinheiro is limping. Did he twist his plant foot? Are you kidding me? Did Eddie Pinheiro just? I think Eddie Pinheiro just hurt himself a little. I'm this team. Again, this team's kind of playing well today and not all at the same time. And Eddie Pinheiro might be hurt now. Are you? I'll even give you one. Fuck this season. Kicker hurt now too. I'll let it rip. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Just let it rip. Just let the anger rip. I'll let you. You know, if Eddie seriously is hurt now too, if he just stubbed his toe, just go ahead. Eddie on my parlays has been solid. For real, is what I'm talking about. Is it time to forfeit? SF Indigo. He got stepped on. Well, look at it this way. He's out there kicking off, so everything I think is okay. You know, kickers are by nature a little delicate, unless you're talking about Eddie Pinheiro, who's the toughest guy in the history of kicking anything. Kicking ass. He's got a little hitch in his giddy up. Who stepped on his foot? It was a Niner that stepped on his foot. It was a Niner who stepped on his foot. Zoom out. Who was that? What Niner stepped on Eddie Pinheiro's foot? Tracy Wolfson trying to keep stride with Kyle Shanahan. He's not stopping for this interview at all. He's walking right past Tracy Wolfson as quickly as he can. He's like, Tracy, I'm not breaking stride. Not once. You're going to have to go long arm me, and you're going to have to go. So the 49ers are going to get the kickoff. I can tell you that is the good news of the first half. Just can't catch a break. Chef Eugene, I hear you there. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Don't tell this group it's over. They're playing hard. I would agree with that too. Two things can be equally true. And we are here with Barry My Buccaneer becoming a YouTube member. Barry, welcome. Welcome to the initiated. It's great to have you here. We got a lot of people coming in right now here at halftime, as we always do. Welcome to Damon Bruce Plus. Hopefully you plan on hitting like and subscribe. Hopefully you plan on sticking around today. We got ourselves a very interesting football game. We will start, obviously, with the big breaking news that all news on Fred Warner is officially bad right now. To hear anything other than this is a broken ankle, he's going to be out weeks, would be a stunning turnaround and shock. Have we got it official anywhere from anyone, any of the usual suspects? Now that it is halftime, bad news does trickle out of locker rooms at halftime. So we will keep our eye on all things Niners related, Fred Warner related. By the way, Eric Branch, 8 minutes ago, said that the 49ers had given up 136 yards, 13 points, and 19 plays without Fred Warner out there. That's one way to look at it. Measure pre and post Warner. You're already measuring pre and post Bosa. To feel like any measurement that would include pre and post without Warner and Bosa, that feels cruel and unusual punishment. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. I do know enough about injuries to say, let's wait and see. Fred Warner is the kind of guy who played on a broken bone last year. So let's wait and see. All right. So Fred Warner aside, the good news is Tatum Bethune has come out here and started making tackles. As a matter of fact, he is the 49ers leading tackler right now with 5 tackles in this game. So Tatum Bethune, welcome on back. Good to see you playing well for Fred Warner. Mac Jones, so he's been sacked 3 times. He has thrown an interception, which was a bad interception, whether it be on him, on the receiver, on the route. I do not know. It'll come out in the sauce. I guarantee it. But it was bad. What is good is he's 13 of 19 for 200 yards. What is also good is the 49ers have their first rushing touchdown of the season. What is bad is they're still averaging 3 yards per carry. 10 carries, 30 yards for Christian McCaffrey. 2 carries, 5 yards. It is 12 carries for 35 yards. We are under 3 yards per carry at 2.9. I think the 49ers are just going to have to live with the reality that they're going to have an illusion of a running game more than a serviceable running game. But they've created enough illusion with their running game to use some play action to open up the pass. 2 catches for Kendrick Bourne, 97 yards. 2 catches for Demarcus Robinson coming on that final drive of the first half. 44 yards for him. McCaffrey, again, a volume receiver. 5 catches, 25 yards right now. Marcus Valdez-Scantling, Kyle Juszczyk, and Brian Robinson have all been receivers. So we got McCorkle spreading it around. McCorkle also nearly fumbled one away. He didn't in this game. Meanwhile, Baker Mayfield, 10 of 15, 133 yards, only sacked once in this game, but it was by Mikael Williams. Touchdown for Baker Mayfield. Again, he is spreading it all around, and a running game that is popping for better than 5 yards a carry right now for Baker. So a lot of balance for Tampa. A lot of aggressive blitzing for Tampa, getting home on Mac Jones. The 49ers are basically holding back in their shell. They're playing bend, don't break. A missed 2-point conversion, or an unsuccessful 2-point conversion, is part of the reason why the 49ers are very, very much in this football game. Very much down 4 to Tampa here at halftime. I want to see some team stats. I know you do too. That's why we're so alike, you and me. Right now, 49ers Getting it done on third down, both offensively and defensively. Staying on the field at 4-8 on third down, around 50%. That's where their entire season average is kind of hovering. 1 for 4 for Tampa so far. 34 total plays, 210 yards. They're out gaining, out driving the Buccaneers right now. But the Buccaneers are still averaging more yards per play, just by a fraction. 50 more yards in the passing game for the 49ers. A lot of it came on that final drive. Kyle staying aggressive, giving up 3 sacks. Never good, especially when that happens over just one half of football. Each team has been penalized 3 times. Niners just eking ahead slightly in a time of possession. We had an Upton Stout questionable roughing the passer call on Baker Mayfield. Pretty even half, all things around, and that's why we're looking at 16-20 right now. Let's take another quick look right over here at the subs, and we just caught a sub ticking up. Thank you so very much. If you're new here, my name's Damon. I don't know how you got here. I'm glad the algorithm brought you here. I've been covering the Niners for about 20 years now, and now I do it from my basement. Quite frankly, I've never been better at it. It's a lot easier to cover on TV, on YouTube, than it is from a press box. And I'll tell you, the amount and the response that we get from our watch parties is enough to keep me coming back here day in, day out. It really does. Thank you so much. We got live shows for you normally at 11 o'clock West Coast time, 49er wake-ups on Friday and Monday and the day after the 49ers play, with your boy Larry Krueger being a part of it. So thank you for being a part of it. And look at that. We just had a little rollover. We went from 57 to 58. Wasn't that exciting? Oh, so incredible. Look at that. Oh, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So really appreciate you being here. We got members, we got super chatters, we got subscribers, we got merch, we got all the things a growing YouTube channel is supposed to have, and we are 3 supers shy of an aggressive Tampa Bay stripper level bottle pull. Gotta love those Tampa Bay strippers. Look at us, even getting broken off in pounds. Does Warner injury change the attitude towards trading? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I would think that it would have to slightly. Connor, I would also say that if this team is 5-1, they deserve to be traded as if they were 5-1. And you could even say, well, wouldn't that make trying to replace a pass rush and a big ticket item like Trey Hendrickson even more important? Because you don't have Fred Warner out there now. Like, how much more up against it could you be? Are you willing to double down, though, on a season that feels like trying to predict where you're going without Warner and Bosa, though, is a tough thing to do? Connor, it's a big I don't know, and I'm not saying that at all to dodge the question. It's a great question. I'm saying it because the truth is we don't know. I still think you can look at this year and still say it's half full with some of the talent that will hopefully be uninjured soon. Hopefully no new injuries. We say that all the time, and there's constantly an avalanche of new injuries. Again, Eddie Pinheiro got stepped on. Let's hope he's okay. Bay Marin has become a member here. Thank you very much for joining the initiated. We got Barry McCockiner, who became a member today. Again, this one's for the old mid-aughts KNBR lineup, the golden era. Oh, it was a really good time. It truly, truly was. Connor, again, thank you. Sam Bruno, Mike, thank you. A stripper level bottle pull. I can't even say it. I'm tongue-tied. A stripper level bottle pull. I'm talking about just aggressive Tampa Bay stripping. We're going to get an aggressive bottle pull. For the Tampa Bay single moms going through that nursing school, Brett, you know how we hold it down for the hardworking women in the world. Oh, now I'm hooked. And you know what, Sam Bruno, Mike, your super just put us over. 50 supers have come in. Would we be bold enough to ask for another 50? It still says we're a little short here, but we're not. We do have 50 officially in. What does a aggressive stripper level bottle pull looks like? Well, first of all, thank you for the subs that just came in. Really appreciate you. People love watching that number tick. You know what? We'll still let you watch the number tick. We'll make it a little smaller, but I know you love watching a bottle pull toll. A bottle pull toll. Oh, boy. Already tongue-tied for some reason today. Maybe this will help. Cheers. Mm-hmm. Ha ha ha! Whew. Yeah. That feels right. Feels right to have you here. Thank you. Hope you feel right being here. Hopefully you make this part of your now Sunday 49er football viewing habits. You keep on coming back to Damon Bruce Plus. Hit like, subscribe, and notify. Thank you very, very much to San Bruno Mike, to Heckdell. Do we inquire about Roquan Smith? Again, how many big ticket items are they able to add? I don't know. But Baltimore, yeah. I mean, I think you make that call now too, maybe. But let's see Nick Martin. Let's see Tatum Bethune. I think they got bigger need at pass rush on the line than they'd have it even replacing Fred Warner. And I know that sounds sacrilegious. Is Fred Warner done through the postseason? Does he miss 1 week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 5 weeks? What's the word? I need more details. Name a team with more important QB4, wide receiver 7, linebacker 8. I'll wait. Yeah, that's perfect. No team does depth chart football better than the San Francisco 49ers. They are well-versed. Vita Vea made Dominic look puny. Yes, he did. Vita Vea served him his lunch. He's a monster. Humdinger, thank you very, very much. This is Joe coming in again. Only results on field will dictate the trade deadline strategy. Let's see what happens. These next couple games are huge. You're right. Hey, these next couple of quarters are huge. The difference between 4-2 and 5-1 and 5-1 at the end of today is a really big difference for the 49ers. Really, really big difference. We're going to start another goal. Let's see if we can get a 50. Can we get 100 super chats in here today? We just started another goal. I mean, I like to see it happen in a 3-hour window. We made that happen in a half. That makes me believe that my goal of actually getting to 50,000 subs by the bye week still lives. It still lives. Get aggressive, everybody. Hit sub. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to have you here. We want to say thanks again to my sponsors. We want to say thanks so much to everyone at the Dubliner who just treated us great at Plus Mania, our meetup. We want to say, as always, we get things done here on the Plus thanks to the support we get from Ike. And if you order an Ike sandwich right now, you're probably eating it by the time the Sunday night game kicks off. Hopefully you're in an Ike delivery distance. You go ahead and sign up for that Love Rewards program. You start earning your way towards free sandwiches. And when you sign up for Sleeper, and I know you're thinking about, Damon, I'm going to sign up for Sleeper here for a little Monday night, Sunday night football. Yeah, sign up for Sleeper. All of my picks are trending in the right direction right now for a 4-leg parlay. We'll see if the Niners can keep trending in the right direction as their special teams does not make a mistake on the opening kickoff of the second half. It is 49ers ball. But Sleeper, thank you very, very much. And if you're interested in signing up for Sleeper, again, use promo code Damon when you do so. If you use promo code Damon on the link in the description that is right at the top of this description of the video, you get a $100 deposit match on your first $100, but without any deposit, you can get a $20 free entry right now over on Sleeper. Do it. Check it out. It is an awful lot of fun. Again, my ticket today, looking good. Looking good. Robinson already hit that over. McCaffrey tracking. Ibuka tracking. Kendrick Bourne tracking. And we got ourselves a flag on the first play the 49ers are trying to run here as the third quarter is underway. Again, great to have you here. Thank you. Stacy Leo. Stacy made the best banana bread I've ever had in my life. Stacy Bananas. Stacy Bananas. That's how you're known from here on out. Damon, best watch parties, nothing like the Plus. Hit like, subscribe, memberships, merch available. God bless you, Stacy. You need to get to the next Plus Mania because Stacy keeps on showing up to these things. Sometimes she brings her son, who's an Eagles fan. Sometimes she brings the banana bread. We like both very much. even though the guy's an Eagles fan. Great guy. Stacy Banana Bread. It was unbelievable. Thank you, Stacy, for being an incredible supporter of what we're doing over here. Mike Val says, buying you that bottle pull. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate you so very, very much. And here we go. 2nd and 6 now for the 49ers. So you can maybe sync up. We're at 1424, 1423, 1422, 1421, 1420 here on my TV, watching on YouTube TV. We got pass to Kendrick Bourne, presented a big target, keeps on looking for yak yardage. Kendrick Bourne, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Nice catch, Kendrick. Gets the ball to about the 50-yard line. Again, 650. Thank you for such an incredibly generous super. All these supers, thank you very, very much. Like all the girls working in Tampa tonight, I guess we're working for tips too. 1st and 10 from nearly the 50-yard line. McCaffrey met right at the line of scrimmage. That went nowhere. Yeah, Levante David just shot that gap and boom. Beautiful play. Nice play for Tampa's defense. Vita Vea just whoomph. That's a big man. Yeah, Mike, I read someone about the Niners being sellers. Yeah, there'll be none of that. There'll be no talk of that here on this channel. No dissension like that. Little flip out to Luke Farrell. No, excuse me, Tongus. Bringing up 3rd and 2. Saw Mac Jones just flip it out there in the flat to him. Can't go broke taking a profit. Third and 2, and it already feels like a big 3rd and 2 here in this second half. 49ers are going to run the McCorkle drive. 1st down. Mac Jones quarterback sneak is its own tush push unto itself. Unstoppable. Look, from Garoppolo to Brock Purdy to Mac Jones, the 49ers have always been pretty good at the quarterback sneak. They really have been. Just pushed Vita Vea back there to be good on that quarterback sneak too. So 1st and 10 from the Eddie Pinheiro side of the side of the 50. Mac, little boot, comes out, looks underneath, doesn't know where he's going, decides to take off, start running with it. Mac, do not get hurt. Thank you very much for running out of bounds before you get any contact right there. He picked up about 5. Yep, 2nd and 5. All right. Get very nice start to the second half here for the 49ers. Very nice start to the second half for our live stream. Let's keep a good thing going. The Niners down by 4. Oh, hold on. Wait, I got to get my ticker up. Wait a minute. We got a very fancy graphics package. Nice big carry there for Christian McCaffrey. Stop the presses. McCaffrey's per run average has grown all the way to 3.4 with that carry alone. Well, Tongus getting involved. I don't think he had a target in the first half. He has been targeted twice here in this second half, and he's got 2 catches on this drive. We talking about banana bread bake off at the next meetup? Barry, I'm telling you right now, you're walking down a dark alley. The last thing you want to see is Stacy Leo and a pan of her banana bread waiting for you. You're going to get your ass kicked. Again, you got to work hard for a nickname in this chat. I wouldn't give the nickname Stacy Bananas away casually. This woman destroyed this banana bread. It was the best banana bread I've ever had in my life. And I am a banana bread bitch. Okay? I love banana bread. I'm a banana bread snob. I've been eating banana bread since I was a little fat boy. Now I'm a big fat adult. This banana bread was elite. This is not the Joe Flacco of banana bread. No one's asking if this is elite banana bread. It was incredible. First down, Niners. Fuji Simeon, what is the reason for Pooney's regression this season? Well, today it's Vita Vea. This season is a sophomore slump, man. It's hard to be a big bully in this league 2 years in a row when they start getting tape on you. I still love him as a player. I love him as a prospect. He's not been as good as he was, but progress is hardly linear in this league. Christian McCaffrey catches it with a little oomph, takes it for about 8. Flag on the play, though. Brett, here's to swimming in a bowl with here's to swimming with bow-legged women. Hell yeah. Oh, we got a Buccaneer down here. Pass interference offense. Pass interference offense. So the 49ers pick up the penalty there. Juwan Jennings. Oh, my God. First of all, Juwan Jennings just put a shoulder into a dude. Wow. And that is the dude who's hurt. Juwan Jennings just bodied some guy. You know what? I don't care if it's a penalty or not. That's football. There you go, Juwan. It's all right. Send a message. Here's a play. Even if the message is offensive pass interference, I don't got a problem with that. I really don't. It was on the border. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. They delivered the bomb. That's all that matters. Look at Rory. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, Rory, that was a bang, bang hit there. Juwan Jennings does not have a catch today, I don't think. No. Juwan Jennings' name has not been used, except he just caught a body. I think this is fair. Pooney, he's playing well in the passing game, but he's struggling like hell in the zone blocking game and in the run game. Name me the 49er offensive lineman who's really excelling in the run game this year, though. I think this is also fair, Adam. He was hurt in the preseason. I think his injury is, again, find me the 49er on the offensive line blocking well all the way around. Find me the 49er who's uninjured this year. The guy does not exist. But I think that is a very correct assessment of what could be happening here, Adam. Again, here's what I think about Dominic Pooney. He stays. 100% he stays. There is no throwing that baby out with the bathwater at all. Oh, Stacy, by the way, not only is banana bread on point, single and ready to banana mingle. That didn't come out right. Sorry, Stacy. I don't. Sorry, Stacy. That did not. She's not ready to mingle with anyone's bananas, but the one that go in the banana bread. But Stacy's a big girl. She's hot. She's cute. Looks like she knows how to handle that banana bread. Stacy Bananas is no doubt elite, but it wouldn't last long in the Bruce household either. My tray of chocolate chip banana bread muffins. Old Dirty Hungus, you're tempting me with banana bread muffins? See, this is why I like this chat so much. You will threaten me with a good time. All right, back at it here in Tampa. 1st and 20 after the offensive pass interference. I don't care. Jennings caught a body. Trying to catch a football, though, is a different thing here for Tongus. That ball was thrown above him and out of bounds. No one was coming down with that. 2nd and 20. Stacy's calling it bake-off next Plus Mania. There it is. If the Queen calls for a bake-off, the Queen will have one. This is not an exaggeration, PMG. George Kittle, best tackle on the roster. And you even got Trent Williams, right? Wait until you see how much better this running game works when George Kittle comes on back. I really do mean that. Is that a catch? Is that an incomplete? They're saying Kendrick Bourne? Yeah, no, they're saying he caught it. No? What? No, Kendrick Bourne. Another catch on this drive. I mean, Kendrick might have bobbled that, but he also caught it. No, 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Niners trying to dig themselves out of a 1st and 20. By the way, Kendrick Bourne needs one more catch for my sleeper leg of his parlay to come in clean. Ooh, that ball might have been in Interceptionville. It was not, though. He was targeting Kendrick Bourne again. He was looking, and now Eddie Pinheiro is going to come on out here to make this a 1-point football game. Woo. All right, 29-yarder for Eddie, who's out here like, he's like, I don't give a shit who steps on my foot. I'm good. This will be his 4th field goal of the day, right down the middle. Never doubt him. Never doubt him, never draft him. You're not going to have to. You're going to be able to pick him up off the street every day, Eddie Pinheiro. He has yet to miss a kick since joining the 49ers. Niners are now down uno. Wait, hold on. That's not uno, is it? Save. Uno. Niners down 1. It's exactly kind of where you want to be. In this situation, kind of where you want to be. Yep. I mean, no doubt, penalty killed that drive. That did hurt. But I don't mind Juwan Jennings going out there and playing like he's out there trying to play. I don't mind Juwan Jennings going out there to play football. I think he was playing football right there. I think if you want big plays to pop, you got to have wide receivers playing like that. Gary running up that hill. That is what's going on here. Niners are running up that hill. Tua throwing dirt directly at Mike McDaniel. Does he get fired tomorrow? Look, man, James Franklin already got fired by Penn State. So, yeah, Mike McDaniel could be the first to go in the NFL. There's nothing left for him in Miami. He looks as checked out, tuned out, as dejected a coach at a podium as you can see. By the way, just looking at how things have broken for the 49ers today as we're waiting for this game to get back underway. So the Rams win 17-13 in Baltimore. So they're keeping pace in the NFC West, as did Seattle, who won 20-12 in Jacksonville. The Seahawks, believe it or not, have now won 9 consecutive road games going back to last year. Arizona lost in Indianapolis, so they took the loss in the NFC West. The Niners looking to avoid joining Arizona's conversation with a road loss today. The entire NFC West was on the road today. Carolina upset the Cowboys. It feels like whenever the Cowboys lose, it's always good for Niners fans, at least for your psyche. Let me just say this. And I don't even know what I'm saying here, but I am going to say it. The Steelers are a very quiet 4-1, aren't they? Aaron Rodgers, all of his attention. Steelers are a very quiet 4-1. Got Lions and Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. When you start talking about eventual dance partners and trading partners, though, for the 49ers as they make a tackle on special teams, The Saints dropped to 1-5. The Dolphins dropped to 1-5. The Jets have now fallen to 0-6 with an unwatchable game from London. The Broncos won that 13-11. Just, ugh. Good thing most of you missed that since it was on so early in the morning. This is as big of a defensive stand as the Niners could be looking at all year. Can you get the ball back right now from Baker? Baker hands off up the middle, gains about 5. 49ers defense. 49ers defense. You're going to go ahead? You're going to turn a ball over right here? Haven't seen a single interception all year. Now would be a great time. That's a first down, I think. 2nd and 4, carry up the middle. I'm going to tell you right now, if Baker doesn't have to face 3rd down very often in the second half, I don't like the Niners' chances. Can't just go 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down, 2nd down. Let me tell you, Bama Bell, that Carolina game later in this season for the 49ers is turning into something more than it certainly looked when the schedule came out. On 3rd and 1. So it wasn't a first down pickup. It was 3rd and 1, and it looked like the Niners even had to stop in the backfield, but forward momentum pushes Tampa Bay to a first down. Oh, it looks like D. Winters came up, hit him in the backfield. Just got his arm out there. All right, 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay here. We got 5 minutes, about 5.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's been ticking fast all quarter here. Baker, incomplete on 1st down. See, Green Bay, as everyone expects, just took a 10-point lead on Cincinnati. Again, talking about possible trading partners. Cincinnati losing is always good for the 49ers in that conversation. Baker, little delay backfield draw. Niners do jump on it well. There's a flag on the play, though. Let's see what this laundry means for this play. Holding Tampa Bay. 78, that's Tristan Wirfs, one of the best tackles in all football. Tristan Wirfs, he's trying to point up at the scoreboard. He's like, man, I'm not holding. What are you talking about? I'm going to tell you right now, Tristan Wirfs did not deserve to get called for holding right there. Niners will take it. Yeah, you want to talk about games looking a lot different now on the schedule than they did when the season came out? Carolina's getting frisky, and look at Indianapolis, for goodness sakes. Indianapolis is 5-1. Same record. The winner of this game will be 3rd and 14. This feels like a big down here in the second half. 3rd and 14, right here. Bryce Huff, come on, young man, make a play. Bryce Huff just got moved inside. He's in a stand-up technique. Bryce Huff is coming. Bryce Huff has got it. Baker Mayfield. Oh, no, Mayfield. He gets out of it. Mayfield, with his legs, is looking to pick up the first down. He might do it. Baker Mayfield has the first down. Unbelievable. Baker Mayfield just ran out of 2 different sacks, a different tackle. Baker Mayfield is a badass son of a bitch, man. Let me tell you. That was a terrible, terrible defensive effort. Gibson nearly had him. Bryce Huff nearly had him. Baker pump faking his way. Upton nearly dove at him. Oh, my God, Baker Mayfield. That goes on the career highlight list there. He stretches for the first down, and he gets it all day long. I'm going to tell you right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should extend Baker Mayfield's contract based on that one play alone. What a stud. By the way, the Cleveland Browns just do not know what they're doing. That play was stuffed, though, for a nice little loss there. Tucker got gobbled up. It'll be 2nd and 11. But, man, to let Baker Mayfield pick up that 3rd and 13 with his feet, oh, that feels like just, in the karmic balance of did you win or lose this football game, that just tipped the scales big time to the Buccaneers over the 49ers. That was some big boy footballing right there. Baker loading up. He's got a player right down the middle of the field. Touchdown. Taz Johnson just caught it in his hands. Tez Johnson, touchdown. That was a lightning quick strike. Don't let Baker get you with his legs because he'll get you with his arms too. Robert Saleh is looking over the middle there. He's like, what just happened? I would like to see a replay there. Stout seam route, blew it up. Siegel wasn't even his guy, was running over to just make good. Total blown coverage, blown communication there by the 49ers, and still an incredible catch by Johnson. I mean, he pulled that in with his pinkies. Incredible catch. Baker Mayfield getting MVP chance. That point after touchdown just sneaks in that upright. It is 27-19. It is now an 8-point game. What a touchdown. What a touchdown from Baker Mayfield. Wow. Fred Warner dislocated his ankle. Doctor confirmed. Again, what is the time for him to return from that? Is Fred Warner looking like a postseason participant? But that hurts. Again, Tristan, we're not putting up with this, Tristan. How long? How long? There's no doubt it hurts. No doubt it is a devastating injury. Full stop. No doubt. How long? Baker is balling right now. Absolutely. Thomas Selman says, mighty B ball game. Everything is going against us. Yeah, that was a big play right there. But here's what I got. It's a one-possession game. It is a one-possession game for the 49ers. So, Thomas, that again, there's no way to pretend that was good for the 49ers. This ain't over yet. Dislocated ankle like that probably means Fred Warner's not playing again this year. I'll hold out some hope, though, until a doctor tells me to not hope. I won't. Again, wait a minute. This is what I can't tolerate this. Cruising the 101. 4-2 it is. Get ready for next week. So your formal advice, with nearly 18 minutes remaining in a football game that you're down one score in, it is an 8-point game. Your formal advice is to quit on a one-possession football game. Okay. You know what? I'm not taking your advice. I'm not going to take your advice. I'm not quitting on a one-possession football game. I've watched too much football in my life to do something stupid like that. I've watched football miracles with my own two eyes, and this doesn't feel like it's going to take a miracle in a one-possession game. If Indiana can beat Oregon at Autzen Stadium, anything can happen on a football field. By the way, Baker's getting his elbow looked at right now. Looks like he's just putting a little Band-Aid on there, but let's see. McCorkle has been playing well today. Tungus, now involved in the game plan, catches it. By the way, Chat GPT saying 6 to 12 weeks for a dislocated ankle. Again, we don't know the severity of it yet. Again, I need doctors. And yeah, Joe Young, you're right. Yes, Baker was amazing there, but wrap up defense. I hear you. Cover better, tackle a quarterback. Good God. It ain't over till it's over. Correct. I don't hear no bell. I don't hear no fat lady singing. Thank you. Thank you. It felt so good, Anthony. I don't want to say I almost cried, because I didn't. But I almost cried. That's how happy I was after that game. All right, 3rd and 3. Big play for the 49ers here. Minute 25 left in the third quarter. Mac Jones, little slant to Juwan Jennings, who has caught a ball for the first time today. I think that's Juwan's first target today. 3rd and Juwan. First down. By the way, I like Juwan. I don't dislike Juwan. I want good things for Juwan. And if you're a Niner fan, you feel that way too. That dude ain't a $20 million a year wide receiver. Okay? All right. Tungus. By the way, if you took Tungus on your sleeper, I think it was like 3.5 catches for him. I think that was his 4th catch. Mac Jones just doing everything you could ask a quarterback to do here in this offense. He gets a little time. He's just effective with the football, man. You keep the pressure off of him, he can operate. Christian McCaffrey spins forward here in a running game. There's a flag coming in late, but McCaffrey picked up 8 if that doesn't go against the 49ers. McCaffrey just kept those legs churning. Nah, holding. On Brendel. Well, all right. That is the end of the third quarter. It is great to have you here. We got over 400 people watching on YouTube right now, but we're not at 400 likes. So I'm going to need you to tap that thumbs up button. We have over 1,300 watching in total when you add in the audience over on X. So with over 1,000 people watching, let me just say thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Your time is precious. NFL games are precious. Some people say this helps them through it. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate you being here today. Hit like and subscribe if you would, please. We want to say thanks to our incredible sponsors. We want to say thanks to everyone who's offered up a super chat today. You guys have been absolutely unbelievable. But we say thanks, as always, to Ike of Ike Sandwiches, who is turning 18 on October 31st. If you don't live around in Ike's, I certainly hope you do soon. Ike's are absolutely delicious. You're going to want a sandwich from Ike's. Our good friends at the Dubliner in West Portal. I'm even rocking the shirt so I can billboard them too. Dubliner, West Portal, best Guinness in all of San Francisco. Go find out. They just did an incredible job hosting us last weekend. And Stacey Leo's Banana Bread at Plus Mania. And that was an awful lot of fun. Thanks for coming on out. We want to say thank you to everyone. We want to say thank you to Sleeper. And we officially, we got to start tracking this. We got to start tracking this bad boy here. How is my Sleeper parlay going? First, let me just tell you, sign up for Sleeper right now using promo code Damon. You get a $100 match on your first deposit up to $100. And you can find that, my good friends, in the description of today's video. That's where you can find that. You'll also find just $20 waiting for you over on Sleeper. A free $20 entry fee, no deposit required at all. So check out Sleeper and you build your own little parlay like this. So DeMarcus Robinson, I needed over 22 and a half receiving yards. He is over. Christian McCaffrey, 115 and a half total yards. Let's see. McCaffrey's got 51 receiving yards, 51 rushing yards. And Christian McCaffrey's got 34. So we are tracking in the right direction for McCaffrey. Igbuka over 60 receiving yards for Tampa, and he is 2 catches, 24 yards. So we need Igbuka to pick it up a little bit here. 49ers have done a nice job slowing him down today. Emeka Igbuka start moving the football a little bit. He had a couple of drops in this game, which would have already had that winner chicken dinner. Kendrick Bourne, 4 catches. He needs over 4.5, and he's got 4. So 1 more catch for Kendrick, a couple more catches for Igbuka, and I will have turned $20 into about $150 over on Sleeper. We'll see if that doesn't happen today. But in the meantime, let's see if the 49ers can win a 1-possession game. They're trailing by 8 right here, right now. McCaffrey up the middle. Not very much. Feels like not very much is the best way to describe every rushing attempt from the San Francisco 49ers. We got Humdinger coming in. Fred Warner, not human. He'll be back yesterday. Go Niners. I mean, that's the kind of tolerance for Fred's pain we're all going to need to have here. 3rd and 11. This is as big of a play as you're going to find in the football game right here. 3rd and 11. What do you got, 49ers? They sent a big blitz after Baker Mayfield. They sent a big blitz after Mac Jones. He got sacked. He got stripped. He fumbled. It is Tampa Bay football. Levante David just came and did everything you want a player to do on a big down. God, that was devastating. That ball is out. That is a fumble. He got Mac Jones. Mac Jones is his 2nd fumble of this game. That is his 2nd turnover of this game. You've given Mac Jones time. He has been incredible. You don't give him time. He has been sacked today. What is that, the 4th sack of his? Is it the 5th time he's been sacked? Says 3 sacks. Feels like 4. Yeah, 4 sacks. 4 sacks. Man. Yeah, Stacy, Gurr, correct. That is officially bad news now. I mean, Martinez warming up. Do we know that, or are you saying that, Rob? I'm going to tell you right now, Mac Jones is one tough SOB. He just got rolled up. Mac Jones, not that good. Retro gamer, I think you're wrong. I think Mac Jones is leaning into the category of might be outstanding compared to the other quarterback play you see in this league. But when you get him, when he's got a 350-pound dude hanging off of him, he's less effective like most quarterbacks. I mean, that's the thing. Mac Jones has been really good unless he's been really bad. He's pretty good. He just got gobbled up. Guys out there playing behind an offensive line, not doing his job, with a running game not supporting him, with third-string wide receivers everywhere, playing hurt, and you're going to tell me that he's the problem? You know, guy's got nearly 300 passing yards today. He's not the problem. The offensive line is this problem. The 49ers offensive line and the 49ers front office watched the exact same postseason last year that we all watched. There was only one lesson: trench warfare. The 49ers completely ignored that lesson through free agency, through drafting. And they're saying that knee could be down before the ball came loose. I don't know. I don't think so. That's super close. That shin might be down. You know what? Mac Jones might be down. Folks, Mac Jones might be down. They just looked at this. The runner's shin was on the ground before he lost control of the fumble. The 49ers just got bailed out by a replay freaking miracle. The call has been overturned. So the Niners still are going to punt, but oh my God. That is the reason why the 49ers are still in this football game. They're saying that the shin was down. That was so close. I can't believe they overturned that. I'll tell you, if you are a Tampa Bay fan stomping your feet saying we just got fucked, I don't know if I disagree with you. That was so close. I didn't think you could overturn it. Wow. What were we saying about football miracles? SF Indigo? What we were saying about football miracles is you don't even need a miracle in an 8-point game. And because the 49ers just got a little bit of a miracle, it's going to remain an 8-point game for now. It is 4th and 21, and the Niners are punting this away. But what a huge, huge development in this football game. Now, 49ers special teams, make something of it, would you? Make a tackle. A lot of dancing. But player was brought down at the 12-yard line. So that was a good special teams. By the way, Thomas Morstead is now limping. Thomas Morstead came down to get in on that tackle, and he's sort of limping off. I mean, stop me if you heard this one before. We might have another injured 49er. All right. So Niners, little football murder for their benefit. They got away with it. Seriously, I cannot believe they just turned that over on Baker Mayfield. If you're a Tampa Bay fan, you are pissed. All right. Running right now, Alfred Collins. Alfred Collins suplexing the guy backwards. There you go, big young man. CJ West was in on that tackle too. So a couple of rookies holding the 49ers, holding Tampa to just 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Shin down is a rule. $2 for not knowing. Thank you, Val. Thank you for correcting me in real time. Man, that was so close. Baker is loading up again right in the middle of this field. He's got Shepard, who's just running wild. Finally gets him down. Man, just running in the open field. I mean, just Baker's got all time back there. This secondary, man, Malik Mustafa just missed a big tackle. There's a lot that can be improved upon in this secondary play today. I will say that. It has been a good year for the 49ers secondary. It has not been a good day for the 49ers secondary. They've been the benefit of a few wide open drops, too, by Ibuka. Another just running play that is going to keep the Buccaneers ahead of schedule by Tucker. He picked up 6 there. It's going to make it 2nd and 4. All right. We've got a Buccaneers offensive lineman walking off the field. Niners will take that. But they're still looking at 2nd and 4. And right now they are right on the edge of field goal range. So handoff, first down. Just taking it right around the left-hand side. Jair Brown came up on that tackle, didn't get there fast enough. Again, those are the kind of plays that Fred Warner's all over, right? Man. Yeah, if you see a momentum button anywhere, Mike, in your YouTube operations in the chat, if you see a momentum button, you better push it for the 49ers because right now Tampa Bay's got a lot of it. Tucker again up the middle, gets 5. I mean, it's just 5 yards all day up the middle. Tampa Bay is averaging 7.8 yards per play right now. 7.8 yards per play. .1 yards per carry. Yep. Felt like 5, looked like 5. It is 5. Again, now Baker Mayfield is just handing it off a little bit too conservative right there, and the Niners were all over it. This is going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 11. And if you'd like to know where the biggest defensive play of the afternoon is, congratulations. It's right here. This 3rd and 11, it feels like if the Buccaneers pick it up, their chances of winning this game increase greatly. If the Niners get off the field right here, man. 3rd and 11. As big of a play the 49ers defense is going to face all afternoon. Baker throws underneath to Auten. He is short. He's short, but it was kind of, here's the thing. It's kind of the play where Tampa runs a play like that thinking we might go for it on 4th down. No, Baker is jogging off. They're going to send the field goal unit out to make this a 2-possession football game, which is obviously the right way to play it. And if you needed a missed field goal this season, 49ers fans, you need one right here. You needed a missed field goal last week and you got one. Can you get another one here? This is a 49-yard field goal. And that is no good. No good, 49ers fans. Do you believe in miracles? You still don't even need one because you don't need a miracle in a 1-possession game, and it is still a 1-possession game. Kyle, fist pumping. with that missed field goal. Kyle, you better be working hard right now on dialing up the best 2-point play that you got in your, because you're going to need it with a touchdown. You are going to need it. '49ers are still in this game, kids. This is why we don't give up on football games. This is why you come back here to see how a real man watches football game. Damon, are you a real man? Yes. Among some cowering, sniveling, least among you 49er fans, I might as well be Conan the Barbarian the way I go about watching football games. It feels like there's a race to try to, who can see the person who properly gives up on the afternoon the fastest among some of you. And I just don't know how or why you watch sports like that. I don't get it at all. Why? Why do you watch sports like that? How do you get any joy out of watching sports if all you're looking for is the rake that you're going to step on as fast as possible? Niners can win this game. D can buy a stop. Gonna need a trade now. There you go, Thomas. You've been your confidence is wavering greatly in this game. You went from we're cooked today, we're losing today, to that's a big enough play to where we might be making the big trade still. Got emotions out here. Emotions running high. By the way, we are 2.5 hours into a uninterrupted watch party live stream, and I hope you plan on coming back every single time the 49ers are playing, because we will be live together here on Damon Bruce Plus. That's why I need you to hit like and subscribe. That's why I need you to become a member. That's why I need you to go ahead and maybe pick up a little merch. By the way, I want to be at 47,600 subscribers by the end of today's show. I don't know if I'm going to get to 50,000 by the bye week, but 47,500 and no, 47,600. There you go. Look at that tick. Look at that tick up right there. Isn't that beautiful? It's like watching the mileage. It's like watching your odometer grow. If you dig what I'm doing, if you plan on being back here, please hit like and subscribe. We have routine regulars who aren't even subscribers. Please change that today. Hit like, subscribe, notify, hit thumbs up. And thank you so very, very much. See, you go ahead and you leave it up too long, people start saying goodbye. I get it. Everyone's got to be a dick. I get it. All right. So on the very first play of a all-important 49ers offensive drive, we have Mac Jones on a play action, just getting sacked. Lost 7. Some of you are going to call Mac Jones a lousy quarterback. He's not. He's been dropped back. He's been pressured all over today. All right. Tongus getting the 49ers back into manageable third down range with a nice catch and turning up field. I mean, I honestly think you're in 4-down territory the rest of this game. So let's go. 4-down territory the rest of the way. Damon, your broadcast is ahead of mine by about 25 seconds. How's that even possible? How's that even possible? Get your act together, Memphis television market. Timeout, 49ers. It is 3rd and 4. It's a big play. They're going to talk about it. By the way, Barry just said that Mary insists the Niners are winning this ball game tonight. That's what I'm talking about, Mary. That's exactly what I am talking about. Woo! What a game. Again, absolutely devastating to hear such bad injury news on Fred Warner. Without being callous, next man up, win today, take another shot next week. Feels like the 49ers can win under any circumstances in the vacuum of a football game, given all the circumstances they've won through already this year. Mac Jones throws one to Juwan Jennings. It didn't look good from the minute it came out of his hand. Jennings was nowhere close, and that is going to be 4th and 4 for the 49ers. What are you doing, Kyle? Mac Jones looks like he's jogging off the field here. That was man-to-man coverage. It's what the Niners dialed up, but Juwan just didn't run a great route, and it wasn't a great throw by Mac Jones. Let's be totally honest. So Thomas Morstead is looking to flip some field position here. The 49ers are going to play bend, don't break defense once again instead of going for it on 4th and 4. Wait a minute. Are they saying that they roughed the punter? Thomas Morstead is limping off the field. He was limping earlier, so I don't know if this is currently related limping or did the 49ers just catch another huge special teams break here? Oh my God, roughing the kicker. It happened. Roughing the kicker happened, and it happened against Via Veda, of all great players. Wow. Yeah, Vita Vea. Just couldn't stop his momentum. Just had his hands out. Wasn't violent. He did try to hold up. He didn't try to, but that just happened. And he knew it right away. He gave I can't believe I'm such a big man, can't stop. But that's what happens. That is a huge break for the 49ers, who have 1st and 10 from the 50 right here. Catch. Kendrick Bourne. Turned it upfield. 1st down. Kendrick Bourne today. Five catches, 142 yards for Kendrick Bourne today. By the way, Kendrick just went over his sleeper prop. I'll take the Niners loss. Forget Emeka Egbuka having a better day. Ooh, nice play by Tampa there. Vildor knocking away a ball from, again, Kendrick Bourne. Mac was looking to go right back to him. Really nice play by the Tampa corner right there. Let's go Niners. Craig is feeling it. 2nd and 10. 38. Mac Jones. Dump off pass to Tongus again. Tungus. Man, he is as involved in this game plan this second half as George Kittle might have been. Kyle Shanahan is developing some trust in him. And McCorkle, looking to keep the ball on a 3rd and 1, picked this up with a quarterback sneak. Looks like he got stopped short. So the quarterback sneak that has worked so effectively on that play did not. I think the Niners are short here. And I don't even have to say Kyle better be going for it here, because he better be going for it here. I think that goes without saying. You got to go for it. So play of the offensive afternoon is about to be dialed up here. What do you got, Kyle? Now, wait, are they 2nd, 3rd effort in this? Mac Jones just had nowhere to really go, but he kept on twisting and turning. I still think he's short. Virtual measurement coming in. Yeah, they're saying it's short by about 2 feet. Look at that. They even give you inches, feet and inches now in the virtual measurement. Why were we using just chains and dudes for so many years? All right, 4th and 1. Got to have it, Niners. You need this. Technically, you could survive not getting it, but you don't want to mess with that. Now you're really pushing it. And we got movement, and it's on Dominic Pooney. Pooney jumped. Unbelievable. Oh, Dominic Pooney, come on, dude. You're making it hard to defend you, man. They were going to go the quarterback sneak, and Pooney just tipped it and gave it away, and fuck, this offensive line is bad. So 4th and 6, and you still got to go for it here. So, all right. Fourth and 6. We got a blitzing Buccaneer team and an interception. Interception. Mac was looking to get it done. Pooney, that is all your fault, dude. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Dominic Pooney. You're having a rough game, and in the biggest moment of the day, you totally pissed down your own leg. God. Niners were handed some chances today. There's a flag. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Trent Williams. Why Trent Williams would lose his composure right there, I really do not know. The Bucs are going to take over, and they're going to be at about midfield. Again, you had Mac Jones trying to make a layered throw, and it just didn't happen. He was looking for Juwan Jennings. Didn't happen. It was a bad pass. Mac has had a couple bad ones today. Mac has done everything you could ask a backup quarterback to do. But that was bad. A couple of turnovers, a fumble that probably, should have been called back or shouldn't have been called back, but that benefited the 49ers. He could have another turnover today than he's already got. Well, let me just tell you that with things not looking good for the 49ers, I need about 40 receiving yards for Ibuka right here. Let's get my sleeper. Here's the thing. I don't think the Niners are going to be winning today's game all of a sudden now. So if you got to go down by putting $150 in my pocket. When in doubt, root for yourself. The shame of that play was it was 4th and 1, man. It was 4th and less than 2 feet, and Dominic Pooney turned it into 4th and long. Jeez. That's just not good, man. Gag job. Here's the thing. Dominic Pooney, you are today probably playing your worst game in the NFL. This is probably what was pro football focus pass pro run blocking grade today. It wasn't going to be good. And with that mistake, it gets even worse. Nostradamus, what would Ralph have to say about Mac Jones? I tell you, 2 things can be equally true. You're a pretty good backup quarterback, but you don't want to be looking in that gift horse's mouth or the mouth of a gift horse very long. Anytime you're asking a backup quarterback start 3-4 more games, you're asking for it. Now, the very, very, very and last remaining bit of good news that I have for you. Look at Trent Williams. What are you doing, Trent? Trent, you're a fucking idiot. Trent Williams, you don't block that hard on a single snap from scrimmage as you did right there on a penalty that your team did not need. All I can tell you is that the 49ers are still in this football game. It is still a one-possession game right now. They need another turnover. They need it here. Not another point, not another yard can really be given to the Buccaneers and feel good about it. So these are huge plays. 2nd and 8, huge play. Niners defense gives it up, first down. Baker has been throwing 9 yards with a little hitch route, turn up the field, fall forward for a first down all day long. Again, that is Fred Warner's territory right there. They're just attacking the space on a football field that Fred Warner is no longer occupying today. All right, 1st and 10. Fumble, but it looks like White fell right on top of it. But that ball was on the ground for just a second there. There's some wrestling going on, but no, they're saying it's Tampa's ball. Tampa's ball. Wow. 49ers almost got the ball back right there. God, they just showed a graphic. The 49ers haven't forced an interception in over 400 pass attempts. Cam Johnson just wide open in the middle of the football field again. Wide open. AC1 dropping a thank you super. Thank you very much, AC1. Appreciate you very, very much. Now, if you could get out there, AC1, and make an interception and put a little heat on Baker Mayfield, that would really help this show. But thank you for stuffing the ganja jar. I mean, just wide open all day. Right in the middle of the field. Again, are you missing Fred Warner when you've been wide open in the middle of the field about 10, 15 yards all day? You bet you are. And now if you're Tampa, you're just going to run, clock. All right. Niners just took their second of the 2 remaining timeouts that they had. No, excuse me. They just took the first of their 2 remaining timeouts. So the Niners will have only 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning to stop this clock. Again, the Buccaneers are already in chippy field goal range in an 8-point game. None of this is pointed in the 49ers' direction. They will need a turnover to win this football game, and they're going to need it here in the next couple of plays. What I think is going to really bother the Niners the most about this game is when they go back and they look at it and see how right there it was for them all day long. It was there for them all day long. Now, without a Bucca going off right there, you were going to be in this game, and indeed they were. The turnovers killed them. I think Sky Moore fielding punts at the 3-yard line has hurt them today, even though it has not been a bad day for special teams. Eddie Piñeiro's been great. Demarcus Robinson has had some bad drops today. Mac Jones he's given all he really can. Dominic Pooney did everything an offensive lineman can do to lose a game almost all by himself, as you can do, though, today. He really did. NC Mulhauser says, this sucks. Look, you can see this one coming. You can see this. The Niners have been winning on the shortest of margins of strings and on the thinnest of margins. And this was going to come apart at some point in time. The fact that they've held it together this well is really something else. And I'm going to tell you, given all the circumstances, a 4-2 start through 6 games with your 2 losses being, to look, this is a really good Tampa Bay team. This is a good Tampa Bay team. And even though Jacksonville didn't appoint itself very well today, Jacksonville isn't horrific. The Niners could easily be a 2-4 football team. They will very likely be 4-2 when this day is over. This is survivable. The thing that might be unsurvivable now is this Fred Warner injury. How long? How long for Fred is the latest single most important injury question you got to be asking yourself as a 49er fan. How long for Fred? Legends Pizza says, thanks, D. Bruce, for doing this. It always makes Sunday a little bit better. Legends, I got to figure out how you can deliver a pizza to my house so we can do a little commercial for you here. Thank you again for the super. You deliver in San Francisco, Legends? But always good to see you. You've been supporting the channel since the minute the channel went on the air. Again, already looking for good news. But hey, I'm doing it. The good news is that Kittle's going to return for the Atlanta game next week. That does feel like good news. This is kind of where I don't want to do much more. Look at the good news on a day where the Fred Warner injury is devastating. I mean, there's no skirting around it. I'll tell you, if you want some more like that feels like bad news, it feels like my sleeper play is bad news for me today. It really does. Go ahead and use promo code Damon on the description of the link in this video. When you do that, you will get a $100 match on your first deposit up to $100. Beyond all that, you can just go ahead and use the free $20 entry that is waiting for you, thinking about having a little fun on Sunday night, Monday night, Warriors, playoff baseball. Oh, yes, there's an awful lot going on Sleeper. Find out why it's America's fastest growing fantasy app. The user interface is absolutely awesome. Check out Sleeper. There's a free $20 from me to you right there. Don't have to sign up for anything. Again, Ike Sandwiches turning 18 on Halloween. We love you, Ikes. We love our good friends at The Dubliner, baby. In West Portal, The Dubliner, great bar. Just had a great Plus Mania there. Pull the best Guinness in all of San Francisco. Go find out for yourself. 4th and 3. 4th and 3. And the Buccaneers are trying to get the 49ers to jump off sides. Don't do it. 4th and 3. What are you going to do? Make the Buccaneers are not running a play. Of course they're not. They are going to kick, though, a chippy field goal to try to go ahead by 2 scores with under 2 minutes to play. Miss the field goal. It's the only shot you got. Hey, he's already missed one. Would he dare miss a second? Have we got a Jake Moody level happening here for Chase McLaughlin? He missed from 49. This is 45 yards out. Can we put the Maloiki on him? Yeah, mush. Right down the middle. There you go. That's officially bad for ball right there. Barry Ford says, finish 4-2 with the practice squad. I'm pretty good with that. Yeah, you got your practice squad out there for the most part. Craig's Kitchen saying, for the ganja jar, take a little rip later on me. Thank you, Craig. I do appreciate it. NC Mulhauser, here's to getting healthy 49ers, and he is our second $50 super chat of the day. Thank you so much, NC. Really appreciate that. Very, very much appreciate that. That's a big boy super. Super duper. Thank you so very, very much. Well, Niner fans, all I could tell you is that, this was due. This was due. Living on a razor's edge is a hard place to live. Eventually, you're going to get cut. It felt like a bit of a miracle kept the Niners in this game. A replay that was so close to being hard to overturn because you're going to go with a call on the field and something that is inconclusive. I thought the Niners got away with a little bit of murder there, but they're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Tampa strippers going to carry the night. Unless, of course, Sky Moore wants to just house this one right here, which he does not. He'll be tackled at the 35. Well, what this does feel like, the only thing that could really happen in this game is Mac Jones is going to throw a third interception today. I mean, if you're going to play yoinks away football, you're going to play it right here. For Mac's sake, I hope he doesn't throw another pick right here. A no touchdown 3-pick day looks a lot worse than a no touchdown 2-pick game, especially when he just gets sacked again. 49ers offensive line is the reason why, as true contenders, it's hard to fancy them as true contenders. Mathematical contenders, sure, they are. But this offensive line got its ass kicked today. That is the 6th sack of the day given up. By the way, it was Hassan Reddick. At least it wasn't Brock Purdy. That ball thrown deep downfield, caught by Kyle Juszczyk, which sounds good, but he wasn't in the play. He was standing on the sideline. So 3rd and 19 is what the Niners are looking at here. When does Forrester get fired? I don't think he is going to get fired. I don't think he's great at his job. I think he bullshits how good people are at their job. But the problem is that this team did not invest in its offensive line the way that it really needed to. Barry Ford says, still in first place, albeit a 3-way tie. Again, I've heard worse scenarios than tied for first place before we've even gone trick-or-treating. So, yeah, it's not panic button time. But it's Fred Warner is out. Holy shit, how much more can you actually deal with time? For sure. But this was a day that could have been and wasn't, for reasons that, the Niners earned this loss as much as they have earned any win so far this season. They've gotten beaten all day long. All day long. Christian McCaffrey's going to put up a big gaudy play right there. Get the ball to about midfield. But, the 49ers been playing with fire all day long, and they got burnt today. Been playing with fire all year long. Fourth and 6, but that is not even going to go to the sticks. Like, what the heck is that, Marquez Valdez-Scantling? So it's victory formation now. Bama Bell says, I'll take a healthy Mac over Purdy any day, not behind this offensive line. I need a quarterback who's more mobile than Mac Jones is. Brock Purdy is the quarterback who can survive behind this offensive line more than Mac Jones is. And today, I think, was a reflection of that. Reality caught up with Mac Jones playing behind this offensive line today. He had been beat up in other games. He had survived his beatings. Today, he did not. Barry Ford wants to pass the plate around for an offensive line. Yeah, maybe collections. Maybe it's time that we have a bake sale. Maybe Stacy Leo's banana bread can get this 49er team into the win, into the winning offensive lineman column if we have a bake sale for that. Bad loss, understandable. And the immediate question is simply, how bad is this dislocated ankle? 4-2, given the entirety of the year, ain't a bad place to be. But just in the vacuum of there was a football game that you could have won today, the Niners blew it. They did. They blew it. They blew it for explainable, understandable, Best player on your football team. How about this? In the 5 best players on the 49ers, for sure, 3 of them ain't playing right now. And that doesn't even include Brandon Ayuk. That doesn't even include Ricky Pearsall. We're talking no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner for most of today, and no George Kittle. You're 6 weeks into a year, you're 4-2. It's survivable. But this wasn't great today. We're always going to be completely honest. I think there are some wins that you can, point at and say, well, that wasn't as nice as it needed to be. And even though it was a win, these few things still upset me. Well, if that exists, then you can certainly point to a loss and say, these few things still upset me. The Niners do not pass block well. The Niners clearly are not run blocking well enough. Given all of that, they are still getting the prerequisite offense out of any offense that Kyle has. As I've said time and time again, no matter who's out there, and this, I guess, is the beauty of Kyle, and maybe you sometimes got to look for the beauty in the eye of the beholder. The 49ers outgained Tampa Bay today, 363 yards to 352. 49ers threw for more yards than Baker Mayfield did today, 296 behind an offensive line that didn't do its job, with backups everywhere trying to get their jobs done. This team still cranked out a decent amount of offense. But then, unfortunately, sacked 6 times and turned the ball over twice, forcing 0 turnovers. By the way, T. Belmont says, stop blaming the O-line. You people blame Brock for the O-line being bad. You ain't getting it both ways. Well, no one has ever said this offensive line is bad because of Brock Purdy. So let's not invent new bullshit in a world of way too much bullshit around Brock anyway. I've never heard that. And this offensive line does stink. As much as an average offensive line can stink. By the way, they're average. But that's the thing. Everything about the 49ers, except for everything about the 49ers, which is sub-average right now because of everyone who's hurt, everything about this team would be so much better than it would be if they just had an above-average offensive line, but they're dedicated to playing as many games as possible in the Kyle Shanahan era with an average to below-average offensive line. It is their brand. It's who they are. It's special teams. They can't get that right. They really don't get their offensive line right. Imagine if those things came together. Again, I want to look here. I want to look here at the box score. I mean, dude, here's the thing. You got beat today because your defense gave up big plays in too many moments. Your offense didn't capitalize enough on a day where it wasn't really built to capitalize a whole lot. Unfortunately, they didn't take anything that was really given to them. And Baker Mayfield, who's putting up MVP-level numbers, played like an MVP-level quarterback for a pretty good team that was at home today. Again, 19 first downs for Tampa. Only 3 of 8 on third down. But in their 50 plays run, they gained 352 total yards, 7 plays per average. Man, it's tough to beat a team when they're picking up 7 against you. 104 rushing yards. Niners were held to 67. This is the most limp dick rushing attack we have seen of any Kyle Shanahan team. It just isn't good. Again, Mac today officially gave it the office, 27 of 39. Nearly another 350-yard afternoon, 347 yards. But he fumbled one away, was picked twice. You know what, Dale? This is totally true. Dale says, Damon, love you, brother, but the Bucs have more offensive injuries than we do. Let's not sugarcoat how close it was. Imagine them at full strength. Well, imagine the 49ers at full strength. Like, imagine how many more yards were gained today if every single one of those catches went to a Hall of Fame tight end and not Tungus. Imagine if Ricky Pearsall is out there. Yeah, Kendrick Bourne's done a nice job, but imagine if that's Brandon Ayuk. So we can play the look, they were definitely without Godwin and Evans today. They're down offensive linemen. Tampa Bay was in no great shape either. Tampa Bay, just like the 49ers, has been winning games by a razor-thin margin all year. They're undefeated on the road, just like the Niners were until today. Tampa's good. And here's the thing, as disappointing as today was, I'm not here to declare the 49ers bad. The 49ers are disappointing. The 49ers got a disappointing offensive line that did nothing to help win a football game today, and they didn't win. Why not go for the 3 points on 4th and 6 with Eddie? Yeah, I mean, you could have there, but you'd still need that touchdown. So I think, I would have gone for it on 4th and 6th. I wouldn't have even kicked for. I'm running a play, I think, on 4th and 6. I think that's what modern football is now. Being more aggressive than you ever would have thought practical. I just think that's what it is on 4th down. If you want to know the moment in the Indiana-Oregon game yesterday, Dan Lanning was looking at a 4th down that I think he goes for in a lot of situations. He didn't yesterday. I started texting all my friends. I said, Dan Lanning just blinked first. You got to be aggressive on 4th down. Today, the 49ers weren't when I think they needed to be. But I also think that they were playing sort of the right way because the defense hadn't played particularly well, to be honest with you, but they hadn't been a disaster either. It was sort of the 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I think more than anything else, to me, I walk away saying Dominic Pooney, unfortunately, is becoming a bigger part of the problem than the solution. And Pooney today, false starting on 4th and 1, was devastating to the 49ers' chances of winning. I know you can't just circle one play, but boy, that was bad. Never daunted, says Dan Lanning was disrespectful with his 4th downs. Yeah, he was. Dan Lanning. Suck it, Oregon. That felt nice. That felt good. How about Kirk Cignetti, baby? Kirk Cignetti has more Big Ten wins in the last couple of weeks than James Franklin had in a decade at Penn State. I was just told I missed an awful lot of supers. What did I miss? What has happened to Pooney? Our building piece. He's regressing, Dale. He's regressing. No Bosa, no Warner, no Super Bowl. I think that that's all fair. Let's see how aggressive they remain at this trade deadline. Tristan says, should have kicked it. There was still 5:43 left. Again, I'm running a play before I'm kicking it there. Mack is a good backup. Purdy is the good quarterback. Sorry, Cone. I think both are true there. I think Mack could be a good starting quarterback in this league. I'd love to see him behind a better offensive line. Again, we got back to Barry there. Hopefully this made up for the ones that we missed. Barry comes in again. Great show. See you in the morning on Wake Up. And thank you, Barry. That allows me to start letting everyone know where the next show is indeed coming from. And it's coming from right here on Damon Bruce Plus at 9 a.m. West Coast time, Monday morning. Yours truly, Larry Krueger, streaming across both our channels, are going to have a wake up for you. Indeed. We are also going to be going, no, how about this? We're not going to be live at 11, though, because it's Columbus Day. And it's also Dreamforce for Jillian. Jillian is basically, she's got her professional Super Bowl this week. And I got the boys out of school tomorrow. So there's a very good chance that both Jack and Ozzy could be joining us for Wake Up. We'll see how that goes. But I can't do 2 shows with the boys home. So I'm only got one. We'll hopefully have you here for Wake Up, which is why you hit like and subscribe already, I hope. Did you hit subscribe today? If you did, you are part of the growing movement. 576, baby. Please hit like and subscribe. Join us for Wake Up. Hit notify, and you can be right back here. Be here all week, or excuse me, all year long. Please be here all year long for 49ers games. We will be doing our live watch parties every single time the 49ers play, no matter who gets hurt, no matter what happens, no matter what the record runs to or runs away from. We will keep going every single 49er game with our live watch party. So thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being a part of today. Again, your time is precious. Thank you for spending it with me. Thank you for everyone who is generous enough to drop a super chat today, a like, a subscription. If you've ordered a little merch, if you became a member today, from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you very, very much. This was disappointing, but we're going to come back to the theme of the entire year. For a team this banged up to be 4-2, it ain't that bad. And it's hard to say that on a day where Fred Warner goes down with a capital S serious injury. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. And please do remember that sports don't build character. They reveal it. And like that, he's gone.